Oh, we're live.
Oh, what's that? No, it's this one. Oh, that's fucking bullshit. I forget that I have to put that shit on that loop bullshit.
king and his men stole the queen from her bed. Touchdown! Bound her and her bone. Jones takes it. The seas be ours, and by the powers where we will roam.
Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate all you guys stopping by on a Friday night, man, with all of us here on the panel. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody that came through, man. James, Richard, Jesse, frickin' James, and so on, man. I appreciate all you guys coming through and talking. Appreciate everybody here on the panel. Usually Jeff has a whole deal he goes on about following all our stuff, man, but he's not going to be here tonight. So, like I say, every 20 minutes they're going to have the Nightbot. It's going to post everybody's links to everybody's pages, anybody on the panel or has been on the panel or anybody that we follow or support. Like I say, I always give anybody and everybody that you like a follow. And outside of that, like I say, appreciate all you guys showing up tonight. If you guys want to say what's up, let them all know.
What's good?
Salute, everyone.
Hey, what's good, everyone?
Heck yeah. So basically, going to get up into our first subject tonight is going to be on the Raiders and the Rams going to be this weekend coming up. So basically, the preseason week 2 versus the Rams review. I think it's Sergio. Do you have a topic that intertwines in this? Yeah, you do. So I don't know if you want to start this off with basically Aaron or anything like that, because it's going to be inside the same conversation. So.
I mean, yeah, we can just have that be intertwined, like the preview and what's going on. I mean, basically, like, so at the end of like today, how this joint practice went. This joint practice apparently was reported to go fairly well for us, especially. So yesterday the defense, like, obviously got torn up a little bit, especially the second and third stringers. They got torn up to pieces by Matthew Stafford. The starters did pretty well. Today they did improved a little bit. Defensive line, though, they keep dominating. Apparently it said that they dominated everyone but the Rams center, which I'm very mad they didn't dominate that center. One guy that obviously obviously all the guys are getting praise and stuff like that. Max Crosby, he's still getting praise and stuff like that.
It's our Twitch viewer, bro. What's up?
Hey, salute Valvez.
Salute Carlos.
On the other side of the trench, our O-line was having a little bit of ups and downs. They said they were doing all right. The topic that was intertwining was Aaron Donald's return. Yesterday he wasn't here. Today he was here. Some say that obviously it's Aaron Donald. There was a presence to him now. Colton Miller apparently had no problem with him. You can even see photos that he was just dogging him, like just throwing him in the dirt. The right guards, though, they seem to struggle against him. Natane Moody, who's fighting for that starting right guard position, apparently got into a bit of a brawl with Aaron Donald. No one was kicked out compared to yesterday, so that's a good sign. It wasn't that bad. So yeah, there wasn't that much other news on like the other position battles and stuff like that. Nothing with like the running backs, the receivers. They were just being our receivers. Apparently, they were just killing everyone. But yeah, if anyone has something to say with like how everything went today or what they expect and anything.
You want to go, Eric?
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I think Sergio. That's what I've seen in practice. On Instagram and Twitter. My bad, X. I'm sorry, new name. Brendan Fro has been cooking. Like if this is the Winfro that I see in practice, watch out, watch out,
Facts, bro.
watch out, watch out, PS2 week 1, watch out, buddy, man. But
Bro, you see
everybody's
they're making shirts. They're not he's not there yet shirts. They're actually
right.
selling.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's great marketing too for making them shirts. But I like what I see. I like what I see from the squad, bro. They doing their thing. Like even a Meek. I mean, they're picking on him, but bro, he's 5'7", dog. I mean, do you want props for beating the guy that's 5'7"? Cut it out, dog. Like even and still, our secondary has been picking him off. So it's been a lot of back and forth. Like Matt Stafford, of course, had his best because I mean he's starting. But then when they put in Stetson Bennett, that's when it changed. But other than that, man, prices we been doing good. We been doing good. Now, can they play good in an actual real game come this weekend? I hope so.
Heck yeah. What do you think, Ray?
Um, I think like you guys kind of nailed everything, but like I mean, there's people that like obviously the media spreads their narratives or not narratives, but be like, oh, Devonte Adams got locked up by a 5'8" corner. Like, bro, it's practice. Like, see him on the field and see what happens. Like I don't care what people say, but other than that, I mean, like, um, besides from like day one with the Crosby and Akers thing, I really don't care. I mean, like they've shown like in practice that they're pretty good, and especially like their dominance against the Niners. I feel like they can probably continue that against the Rams. The Rams are sorry too. Um, I think like this. I don't know if they didn't even. I don't even think Peters played in the practice or Hobbs. I'm not sure if they played.
Hobbs was there.
Hobbs showed
Peters.
back today. Hobbs
Oh,
was back there today.
oh. But yeah, Peters wasn't there. I know for a fact, and then I know recently I know we all know that Tyree Wilson's back in the building. I'm not sure if is he playing? Is he gonna play
He
tomorrow?
he's down there. I don't know if he's playing, but he
I
is
mean, there
there.
hasn't
You
been
got to
like any
remember, they're
report of him
down in
playing.
L.A. They're not in Vegas. They're in L.A.
No,
practicing with the
that's what I'm
Rams.
saying.
So Peters is there. He just probably ain't
That's
practicing
what I'm
in
saying.
11-11s and
Peters is
7-7s. Like,
I'm saying, yeah, Peters. I feel like Peters is just gonna opt out. But like, I'm talking about Tyree. I'm talking about like if he's gonna be like he's been activated back on the roster. He's back from his non-football injury.
yeah,
So I was wondering, like, is it because I have like a topic about him? I was or like if like later on, just like I think like if he's gonna play, I feel like this is our like first actual chance of seeing him on the field tomorrow. Like I think I'm really just excited to see how if he does play. I'm saying I'm really excited to see how he plays because for 7th overall pick, he was a dog in a Texas Tech. So I think we're all like looking forward and excited to seeing how he plays.
yeah. If I'm gonna be real, man, I'd hope they wait till next week. I think just bringing him back in off injury right away, put him in there for 2 days, and then throwing him out into the preseason, I think you're asking just to fuck him up. Like if it was me, I
Yeah.
mean, there's no point to
I mean, like they could
no point
limit
to push
snaps.
him
They
right
can play.
now.
They could limit snaps or like give him one possession.
Yeah, I would limit his snaps
Yeah,
till next week.
Yeah.
That's because, dude, I just think like with him, you have too much invested, dude. There's nothing to prove right now. Like I like, do I want to see him play? Yeah, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like at the end of
yeah.
the
As
day,
much as like
I would way rather him see
I
be
remember I
healthy, boot
heavily
out.
emphasized like for one of our lives, it was a topic where I was starting to get a little worried with Tyree's health, and then there were doctors explaining his injury to where they got me thinking, okay, he's either not going to be here till week 1, or he's not going to be here till like week 8 or week 10, and then the next day he's here
Yeah,
after we all see that video, which is the same thing happened with Jimmy G when doctors explained Jimmy G's injury, and then the next day after they released that video, he shows up to camp, and then
I think in that case, there's a huge difference. One, Jimmy's quarterback and been in the NFL for multiple years, so they probably already know to his extent of what it is. Tyree, man, he's first year player, first everything. Like, I think, like, just to be safe, I would just let it go another
Yeah.
week,
And
man, and let him
that's the
see what
one
he's
thing I
doing
do
against
like about this
people.
regime
I
that I
agree.
Because what if
really
some
miss
dude just goes
is
out there and fucking steps right on his fucking leg? Like, what if someone just intentionally just goes, like, there's some dirty ass fucking players in this world, dude. Like, and you're looking at the Raiders, the way that their line's already looking, dude, and then you put them out there and then just be sacrificed by some stupid ass dude. Like, I just think, like, to me, the Rams game has zero fucking point. It has zero effect to me. I know that he's going to be starting at a certain point. He was our fucking 7th pick overall,
not
so
gonna lie,
I know he's going to
I
start.
can't agree with you if something dirty could happen, considering how, I mean, this was like a discussion on our last live when it came to like bunch of the scuffles and stuff. It seems like that these players, like, even though it's like competitiveness mindset and stuff like that, like these players do not like each other at the moment. Like,
That's facts. Look at what happened over there with the what was it, Tampa Bay and fucking oh, who the fuck were they playing? Tampa Bay and somebody else. They're practicing, dude. They got into a straight boxing match, dude. Like literally straight boxing match where they fucking canceled the practice and then Tampa had to go over to the Giants stadium to practice. And who the fuck were they practicing against? I think it was the Jets, wasn't it? Didn't they? Yeah, it was the Jets. They were practicing with the Jets, and
yeah,
they
the
were just got
Jets,
into
I
a
honestly
boxing,
think
a
that's a
straight
Jet
boxing
issue
match in that
because if
bitch.
anyone doesn't know, like since training camp has started, the Jets, even they fought each other. Like the Jets have a serious mental problem. They keep fighting everyone.
Yeah, and I just think like for us, dude, like going through this camp right here, there's a lot of good things coming out of it because one, you see the video of Renfro where he's just burning motherfucker, literally just straight stutter step that fool right out. Easy ass running too, dude. He just the way he gets in on a guy, leverage wise, when he steps down into a dude and fucking pulls off, man, like he sucker baited that dude. Then, like I said, he looks decently good in there. The other thing is the clip of fucking Matthew Butler, dude, where he straight puts dude on his ass,
Oh, I
dude,
thought he
like
was
literally
committing
just
murder for a moment. I
yeah,
was like, yo, the
man, he
play's
just
dead, man.
straight sets him gone, bro. Like literally sends him flying like no one's business. Garoppolo and Wilson taking it day by day. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be the best thing for sure, Carlos, by a mile. But like I said, you have Matthew Butler that's showing up. Miller popped up against Darnold, dude, which they got that picture of him just straight owning Aaron Donald just down on the fucking dirt, dude. Like I say, I think Colton Miller, dude, he's gonna take another step this year, dude. Like he's bulking up too, and the way that they say like he's a silent leader over there, like he's commanding the line, dude. Everybody's looking to him. Like Colton Miller's gonna get a lot of
Underrated tackle,
shine
bro.
this year. Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of shine. Watch, dude. A lot of people are gonna start looking to him for deal because I feel like from the reports that I've heard from people and everything, they're saying like they feel like he is like Max on the offensive line right now. And I feel like the only reason these dudes are acting this is the way that Max is running around that fucking field like a fucking chicken with his head cut off, dude. Fucking
Yeah.
just telling everybody everything,
I
dude.
mean,
Like
it's
I
kind
think
of
it's
like
crazy as hell.
it's like I said like right before this whole training camp started. It's like this is Max's team now. Like since the
Oh, it most
departure
definitely is.
departure of our former QB, he's now the face of the franchise now. Like everyone, when you think of a Raider now, like that's a Raider right now.
Yeah, I
Especially
think they're
how
most
like he even
definitely
said
pushing
like why
that.
did the fight happen? Well, he noticed that the defense wasn't up to par with how they were when they were with the 49ers. So he's like, all right, I might as well get everyone's heads together. Like, hey, wake up. And
Yeah, and
that's
he's putting in that in
my most favorite thing about the practice that happened was since Tyree's kind of limited at practice, like he can't do everything since he just came back, is whenever Max isn't doing a drill, or he notices Tyree can't do a drill, or it's like a special team drill, he immediately went to Tyree and was teaching him techniques, or like how he was telling him his mistakes, or like, hey, you got to do this, you got to do that. And people just have videos and pictures of Max just taking like a full blown, like it wasn't like a little like side conversation or anything. It was just a whole, like as if Max was the coach and coaching players, but instead he's just coaching specifically Tyree.
Hey, he was telling dude fucking about how he told him like he has that video clip of him over there telling dude about how he's up too close on dude, needs to give him a little room so he can get up and around him, dude. Like literally just giving this dude pointers right there in the practice while they're playing. And I mean, when you start seeing shit like that, dude, it's kind of why it's a bummer with Josh Jacobs not being there, because the one thing I have always said about Josh Jacobs is he is a vocal leader, dude. Like, he has that vocal leadership in him, dude, when he's over there on the offensive side, especially. And I think, like, when you're just looking at all the morale and shit that's popping off on our team all over the place, dude, like, if he was over there, that would add even way more, you know. But like I said, you got fucking Devontae over there, dude. And I mean, look at that catch Devontae made. They want to talk about a 5'8" dude locked him up. Why didn't they talk about the one where he fucking's over the top of the fucking 6'1" corner, literally above the head that motherfucker, and smacks that ball down on him, dude? Like, come on, dude. Like, we're gonna talk about this little fucking one play midget play, dude, and then we're gonna sit here and not even discuss the fact that this fucking dude mossing on dudes all day long, right? Like, that's why I just think sometimes some shit's crazy how they view people or view players, because they look, there's 100 good plays out there, dude, today, and they're bring up one bad. You know what I mean? So I get it. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I think we have a lot going on, dude. I mean, like they said, White looks good out there in camp. Bennett looks good out in camp. Bernie's looking good in camp. Frickin'
Sincere looks crazy.
Curtis, Wagner, fucking. They're talking about that if Aiden comes out for the next 2 weeks in the preseason and keeps having the stride that he's having, that it's going to revert Hoyer to the third string halfback, him to the second, dude. Like, you're going to see a lot of crazy shit happen here pretty quick, dude, if everything ends up unfolding the way people think it's going to unfold. So, like I said, I think Aiden's going to be there no matter what, dude. Like, I hope
Aiden's
Jimmy
gonna
takes
ball out tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, I hope Jimmy just takes a fucking false step and fucking falls down. You know?
Oh, Jesus, Dustin. One thing that is going to be very
Trips
exciting
over his own helmet.
Jesus, for this preseason is apparently, like, what it should be advertised is that it's going to be like a QB versus QB preseason game, since Stetson Bennett, like, he had a crazy week 1 preseason game as well. They like to ride him a little more than O'Connell, just because O'Connell's a Raider and Bennett plays for an LA team. So
it's funny that they say that, because Aiden O'Connell was rated the best quarterback in week 1 out of all the rookies. So tough shit for them, Dick Red and Bennett. No one gives a shit.
Not only that is because he's a 2-time NCAA champ, bro.
But he's also like 45 years old, bro. Bro spent 10 years
in like football years. That dude is already
Georgia took a big part in that.
Like that, bro. They tend to just like run off with it. They're like, oh man, you know I was an NCAA champ, but guess what? I'm a backup quarterback for the fucking Rams.
For the Rams, that's funny, bro. That's funny.
That's yeah. Oh no, go ahead, Dustin.
No, I was just going to say, I think, like Aiden, I've been saying it the whole time, that I believe the more and more Aiden gets comfortable in that fucking, in the NFL and with this fucking team in line, now he's going down into LA where he's going to see it's our house again, dude. So he's going to be in a big-time Raider environment again, where he was in his own home and didn't have the environment. He's going to go down here to LA. It's going to be nothing but motherfucking Raiders, and he's going to be like, what the fuck, bro? Like, what the fuck? And then he's probably going to thrive even more up in that shit, dude. And I even said, this guy is doing this with motherfuckers that ain't even probably going to make the team and backup players, you know? Like, he ain't doing this with our ones, dude, or anything. And he's still looking really good. So I think in this next game will prove a lot, dude, just because, like, listening to listening to the reports through this week's camp about Stafford carving up us and this, that, the other, like, we'll see the tall tale out here, and we'll see that if our defense is where it's at because they're consistent and they're building and they're carrying that energy, like, we're going to see a lot of things, dude, and we're going to see Max from the sideline fucking blostering them, boostering them. Like, that's why I just say, I think the way that this team's coming about themselves, I think it's going to be a whole different environment. I think people ain't even going to be ready for it. Really,
now everyone's kind of quiet now. Like, all the ones that were saying like the locker room is lost, or the locker room like doesn't care about anything anymore, stuff like that. Meanwhile, you're looking at it now. Everyone's being quiet now, like those specific criticizers, because locker room seems to be
they got proven bullshit. They got their shit got proven bullshit. Just like someone's other page that get ripped down, you know, fucking You get called in bullshit that's eventually just going to show up. That's how it works.
Yeah, especially since now, like, beat writer media reporters are still trying to, like, keep the negatives and stuff like that, especially with, like, still saying that Devontae doesn't trust anything or anything like that, where, I don't know, Devontae has to be Jesus Christ one day and, like, has
But he
to, like,
doesn't want to
write
be
the
a
10
Raider. He's
Commandments.
looking for a trade. He don't want to be here. Fucking Carr's his lover. He wants to be traded to the Saints. Blah, blah, blah. They're just a bunch of dick riding ass people out there fucking that dick ride Carr talking about our players now. Like, that's why I think it's funny. Devontae said out his own mouth that he wants to retire in a Raiders jersey, and I guarantee you we'll still hear about 10,000 more times by the time he's still on this team, how many times he wants to be traded, how many times he's going to go somewhere else, when this is the most passionate he's felt about any team he's been at, you know, like, those things matter to people, dude, and especially inside. I mean, even with Peters at the end, like you said, he feels like he's home now. He knows the shit's going to be coming to the end and after here, but to finish here and be where he feels he's playing some of his best ball right now, even in camp or anything. So, like I said, we haven't seen him on the field yet to indicate playing his best ball, but what I mean is like in camp with the players playing good ball.
Yeah, it would be really great if it's like another similar Casey Hayward situation where we kind of get like the last juices of the fruit.
Yeah, that's fact. And then you got a guy like Bennett and that over there now. I mean, we got a lot of guys that are going to thrive over here, dude, in multiple ways. I mean, look at Bernie. All the videos you'll see, dude, even with the Rex, Rob Ryan.
I told you.
He's over there talking up Bernie, telling him get up in there, get his rep, that he's on fire, keep his consistency. He loved the bat down. He loved that the fucking pick. Like, he just talks this dude up left and right. So, like I said, I think a lot of people are going to be surprised about some people that are going to show up.
Especially specifically Bernie. Like, I will say this like a million times until it's like old news. That he has a possibility. Like, I won't say that he will 100%. I'll just say it's a possibility for now. He has a possibility in being special, considering how much the coaches, especially like Rob Ryan, talks him up, how media talks him up, especially how before, like, not before, an explanation on why Ziegler drafted him, where everyone's like, oh, he wants Anthony Richardson. And then Ziegler said out of his own mouth, I didn't want Anthony Richardson. I wanted this kid.
Yep. What do you say, Eric?
Oh no, I was saying this how we played the media, like we really finessed him. Went to AR's pro day, talked him up, talked about trading up for CJ Stroud, and all alone, Dave Ziegler and them had their guy. Like it's masterclass finessing the media, because literally every mock draft had the Raiders taking a quarterback or trading up for a quarterback. And I don't be long, it was Tyree. Even there was talks about Jalen Carter. And nope. He said, look, I'm gonna get that dude down there in Lubbock. You know, I'm gonna get that man. And hey, he's been right. So when Tyree does play a game, I feel bad for whoever has to go up against him.
Dude, I swear, Eric, I feel the same way because I've been thinking the same thing I said. Ziegler's hit on all his shit. And he's hitting on all his picks right now. He's hit on all his cuts. He's hit on damn near all his pickups. And we're talking about watching this dude at the 7th overall pick right here, fucking probably going to come in here and just wreck people's lives, especially having a dude like Matt.
Right.
That's over there cheerleading them the whole entire fucking time.
It's
you
the
got
perfect
Chandler
mentor.
the same way. I mean, you can't forget Chandler got over 100-something sacks in his career, bro. Like he's one of the he's up on the list of all time.
Out of all the players that like are active, like non-retired players, he has the most sacks right now.
Yeah, and you can't just wash that type of shit away, dude. Like odds are he's probably gonna come back this year, get some more sacks. I mean, the thing is, this kid has probably two of the best players, old and young.
A future Hall of Famer and a face of the franchise.
Fuck yeah. Right. Fucking A. Like, that's massive, dude. I think that's massive.
Like, that's a perfect, like, you don't get a situation more perfect than that.
You don't, bro. It'll be like my fact. It'll be like Sauce Gardner being mentored by Seawood.
Yeah.
It's man, dog.
Nah. It'd be like Sauce Gardner getting mentored by not just Charles Woodson, but on the other side is Stephon Gilmore.
Oh yeah, that's not fair.
Or fucking having Willie Brown fucking sitting there.
Or
telling that
Darrell
shit.
Revis, bro.
Oh,
Mm.
Gilderoy Revis. So it's great. Like when you're that talented, you're in a defensive end room with two of the best on that line. It's great for a rookie to have that because most rookies don't come in having that type of like mentorship leadership. Because some people, it's kind of like in their feelings, like how when Rodgers was salty about Jordan Love. You know, Max ain't like that. He's like, look, you come in here, I'm gonna teach you my skills, and I'm gonna make you better than what you are now.
Yeah, and even Chandler even said it himself. Like he knows his days are numbered. He knows he's at the age where he the next injury could probably lead him to his retirement, or
Yep.
if he has another season like last season, they're probably just gonna straight up cut him, not give him his last year. So he knows that his focus right now is to not try to achieve individually, but achieve as a teacher right now.
Yeah, to give him more stake and a reason to stay. It's just like they're doing with Hoyer, basically. Hoyer's here because he can teach people, but the second that everybody else surpasses Hoyer in that teaching, guess what? He's gone. The way that Jones stays here and stays productive is he picks his shit up. And then you're going to have him up, and then you're going to have Max, then you're going to have – I mean, look, dude, like I'm huge on Kuntz. Kuntz having a really good preseason. He's got a lot of pressures, a lot of pushes. Like, he's not doing bad at all. The only thing is like Willis, dude, this motherfucker, he just keeps popping up over here, dude, and he's going to keep playing well. Like, then you're going to find Kuntz probably making it on the third team, fucking, and part of me is like, man, like bum, but at the other time, it's just we have better players on the team, and that's just how it's going to be. And Ziegler stated, dude, in a deal where he said, I'm going to play the best players regardless of where they were drafted, And then look at Nesta, dude. Like, Nesta over there, that fucking guy, I swear to God, dude, he's just going to pop up and kill the shit out of people, dude.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to.
It's kind of like I keep saying, like, he might be the next Max Crosby pick. Just no
I
one was
think
thinking of him, and then all of a sudden he comes out of nowhere in his rookie year.
Yeah, I think it's crazy just how much he's coming alive. Because this fucking guy, he's getting blasted every single where, dude. They say he's unstoppable in fucking one-on-ones. Like,
As a rookie, it's crazy that you're hearing that a rookie's bullying starting guards.
Yeah, that's facts. I don't know. I think there's a lot of people doing it. Curtis, they said, had really good camp, dude. Frickin', they say Wagner's having good camp. I feel like every rookie that we've got or picked up is having a good camp damn near. Outside of Byron, I haven't heard really much about Byron or Mayer.
Byron has been kind of quiet. Mayer, I think Mayer's because he's coming back from like that little tweak injury a little bit. So we might hear a little bit more about him after this week.
Yeah, because
I heard really Ja'Cory Bennett's been dogging it out, bro.
Fuck yeah, like he's gonna be that one, dude. Like he wants to be that one.
Yeah, he just wants to beat Peters for the one spot. He's like, I don't care if you're like the future Hall of Fame veteran. This is my first year.
Whatever,
like,
man. That guy is a dog.
Starter. Like he's crazy.
Bro, is 5'9", but doesn't play 5'9", man. He's a straight dog.
Bennett ain't 5'9".
He's like 5'10", something like that.
No, he's fat. He's like a little under 6 foot.
Yeah, that's what I would say. He's like, I think if I remember them saying his deal was 5'11" and 3/4, but I think he's just say 6 feet or fucking 5'11". I don't really care how they say.
Oh no, yeah, he is 5'11". My bad. I thought he was like 5'9" or 5'10".
Shelly, Amit, and Hall are all 5'9", fucking nutsack high midgets, like literally.
How's Sam Webb?
Sam Webb, I think he's like 6'2".
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about how is he doing?
Oh, they said he's doing great. He got an interception.
Yeah, he picked off the same way that they started or got in the preseason. Picked the dude off the same way. He bounced off dude and was lurking in the basket. And
What
you
about
listen,
what
that's
about Fate?
self-inflict. Like Sam is doing that on purpose, dude. I said even
He
in
just
that
knows when
play,
the receiver makes a mistake.
he pulls back, dude. It's crazy because go back and rewatch that play. He was closing in on the player, and then he pulls fucking back, dude. Like he knew it was gonna bounce off that fool, dude. Like he was going in on him, and then he just separated back instantly. Like he knew that ball was gonna come over the top, dude. And I mean, he's got great vision for that, dude. And I mean, like I said, I don't know if people are just forgetting, like, that he was over there with DeMonte. DeMonte's been trying to teach this fucking guy everything
Yeah, I've been
offensively,
preaching
helping
it. I'm
him.
like, don't sleep on Sam Webb.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think people can just sleep on him because he's going to be another one of them dudes that pop up out of nowhere. So, like I say, I mean, and it's not like he's going to pop up out of nowhere, dude. He was at UDFA last year. He did get playtime last year, and he's getting playtime right now. I've said it, dude. Like, they're going to have a lot of things that are going to come through right now, player-wise, talk-wise, all this shit. But at the end of the day, dude, they're not going to cut nobody till the last preseason game. But they're already going to know who the fuck their starters are coming to the last preseason game, because I feel like on the last preseason game, since you're going to have all those dudes in there still, like they're going to be playing. Like motherfuckers are going to play the first spot. You know what I mean? So they're going to, you got fucking 80, what is it, 90? You got 90 players still on the roster. Like they're going to try to find out who that fucking, who that, do you want to? Oh fuck! I forgot to send him the link. All right. Hey, you guys got to talk for a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. I mean, yeah, basically, I kind of like that rule. To be honest, that was probably one of the only rule changes I like that the NFL did, where you don't have to cut any of your players, or like you don't have to downsize your roster until like after the last preseason game. Because to be honest, like imagine like you cut someone after the first preseason game, and then you regret it a little later, like even before the second preseason game happens, or like the guy you cut him for, like he just has a horrible preseason game during the like week 2, so then you start regretting it. Like that's why I kind of like it, because it makes you, it helps you evaluate even more. Like, all right, you had a good game now, are you gonna have a good game tomorrow, or like a good game next week? So like, are you consistent, or do you just like only pop off at
Do
certain
y'all
moments?
remember when we I think it was 2021 when we went to the playoffs that year? It was like in the preseason. Remember when we signed John Brown, thinking he was still good, and then he
Yeah.
was cut immediately after that Niner game.
He was. You're right.
That I was wondering, like, damn. So like when you just brought that up, I thought of John Brown right there.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, like at first, because he was advertised to, I think we got him from the Titans. He was advertised to be like the the coverage linebacker, especially against like the tight ends and stuff
Right.
like that. That dude couldn't cover at all.
Nothing.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about John Brown, the receiver, not Jayen Brown.
Oh, Jane Brown? I thought you were talking about John Brown.
Oh, John Brown from the Bills, right?
Yeah,
Was he in
the
the Bills?
receiver.
Bill. Okay, yeah. Yeah, he didn't play. He
Yeah,
didn't play a
not
single.
Jayen, not Jayen.
Okay, 'cause I remember he didn't play a single game for us from regular season. 'Cause I remember
Yeah,
he
he got
got
cut
cut.
immediately after preseason, bro. He didn't last long. I honestly thought that season when we picked him up, he was a good replacement because I think that's when Tyrell Williams went out with the ACL for like the second season. So
Yeah, because he went crazy. He went crazy in Buffalo, and then right after that season, he just immediately fell off.
Sanders, bro, they were tough. Damn, they had Cole Beasley.
Yeah, like during that time, like he went on like 5 different teams, like after the 2020 season.
That's just crazy to look at. Like how you said though, like you gotta like I like how the fact that you get to get a full perspective of the player until like like at the end of like the preseason to like make your full decision. So like I'm glad
It makes it makes the decision making easier.
it makes yeah, exactly, it makes the process easier because you get to see how the player plays in a football in a field mindset. So and not just judging off practice.
Yeah, like a good example. Like here's a good example. Like I bet like at least 99% of Raiders fans like have a bad taste in their mouth whenever they think of Azizi Hearn, number 48, after that Niner game. Like as much as like I was pretty mad at him just because like he got targeted like what over 10 times and not once like stopped that target. Who's to say that maybe he has a better game tomorrow? Like that's why I kind of like that rule. Like, what if he just improves? Like, even if it's like the smallest improvement, like that's all you need, and stuff like that. If the rule change didn't happen, where you have to downsize your player after every game, he would have been cut. I guarantee you, he would have been cut right after that game. And they probably would have told him like, "Hey, man, they targeted you like over 10 times, and not once did you like make a stop or anything."
Who, Hearn?
Yeah.
That guy is garbage. I don't know why. I know why they're going to keep him there because they don't need to technically cut him right now.
That's what I just
Cut him
said.
right.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah, so I think if he gets development, then he'll be all right. But I don't know. I think I would cut him. That guy was way the fuck out of play every single fucking time, dude. Like,
wasn't that number 43 guy or something?
No, number 48. Yeah.
40. Yeah.
dude, I don't know what it is with all these girls over here watching fucking.
I'm not gonna lie, like corner. I'm gonna lie, a cornerback picking the number 48 is kind of wild.
What is it?
He was a corner, right?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah, the Hearn. He wears number 48. I find that number kind of wild.
Fuck, there's some numbers on there I find weird as hell to begin with, dude. Like McCormick, fucking 47. Like, what the hell is that all about, dude? Hopefully, when some dudes get cut, he can get a different number or something. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, 47. I remember. I think Sam Webb was originally number 48. Then the moment we cut Trayvon Mullen, like the day we cut him, Sam Webb makes a post. I'm getting your number, mofo. And then
did he really say that?
Yeah, the same day that they got cut, he's like, "I'm changing my number to your number," and then he became number 27.
Funny shit, bro.
It's like as if they told Sam Webb before they announced his cut, like, "Hey, we're cutting him. Do you want his number?" Yeah, I want his number.
I ain't even gonna lie, that is funny shit right there. Be fucking. I mean, at the end of the day, I guess, Rick, and when you look at our team, man, we got a lot of good players inside and out. So let's move on to a different topic. Get off of this for a minute. All right, let's see. You want to speak on one of your deals, Eric, or what?
Well, we kind of already did mine already, but it was
Did you speak on Aiden?
Oh, did we? Yeah, we did. We did. We had said, is he gonna repeat his success he had last week? And we were talking about it. Like here and there, but I believe that he can definitely repeat that same success that he had against the Niners, because the Rams O-line is probably worse than the Niners.
Aiden looks so comfortable.
Too comfortable. Too comfortable.
A little too comfortable.
Not as comfortable as Bryce, though.
Too comfortable, bro. Like if I never watched Aiden McConnell a day in my life at Purdue, I would have thought that man was like a 4-year starter, won all kinds of awards, that he's been in the league for at least more than 2 years. He was not a rookie, that game. I don't get that. Like, what do they call him now? They call him Brett Elfarva.
Oh yeah, they call him Farva just because he looks like him. Farva? That's just because he looks like him.
Did you say they call him Brett Elfarva?
No. They call him. It's either Brett Elfarva. They call him Aiden Elfarva, but
yeah, I just know that now they call him Farva.
There you go.
I mean, hey, don't get me wrong. That shit's funny as fuck, dude. I won't even lie. Hey, he looks like Super Trooper like a motherfucker, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Him either Farva or Super Trooper rather than AOC.
Super Trooper?
You don't want to hear me say, AOC. I love AOC. You don't want to say
AOC, man.
I know Dustin doesn't want to say that either.
Hell fucking no, dude. Like, when I seen AOC 4, first thing I thought was, why
You
you
got
bringing that
mad.
bitch up, dude? Like, I don't even want to hear what the fuck what does she got shit to do with our team, dude? Then I'm sitting there thinking, like, shit, that's fucking guy's initials, man. What the
That's
hell?
one thing a
Right.
lot of Raiders fans were agreeing. Like, I
Oh,
don't want to shout AOC.
hell fucking no.
AOC.
Hell no. I'm going to just
But
shout fucking, Aiden! Let's go,
hey,
motherfucker!
You're gonna go meet him in
Yeah,
the locker room later.
you will. In the shower. Exactly
Cole.
what he'll be.
Nah, the moment
He'll
Aiden
be,
walks
he'll
in,
be
he's
over
already
there.
there.
Can I see your stick? What?
I'm
Fucking,
dead.
nah, but like I say, I think at the end of the day, man, freaking, I think Aiden's gonna ball it, bro. I really do. I think he's gonna ball out. I think he's got great potential. I've been saying this since we got him. I've said this since the second I seen that Ziegler had that second meeting, dude. I keep reiterating. I changed my picks in that deal to him. Even off the quarterback, I was fucking highly like who the Chargers fucking got him is who the Chargers got him for the backup. But long story short, I was just sitting there thinking like, man, this guy. And then I didn't have shit about Aiden. Didn't think nothing about him. Didn't think, oh, this is gonna be the guy. Blah blah blah. Then they had the meeting right before the draft, and I was like, whoa, hold on here. Why would you go have a meeting with this guy right before the draft, dude? And then right then I was like, nah, they're going to pick him. I knew they were going to pick him right there. So then I started researching him a lot, dude, see where he came from, how he was developing, like what was his story, watch highlight reels, watch tape on him, dude. Like this guy's real, dude, and I don't care. The only reason people are doubting him is because they don't know him. That's the only reason. Like if they were to go research this dude and see like some people are looking at him like this is uncommon. It's not uncommon for him. Like that's the kind of things people aren't understanding. Like he's got a way better offensive coordinator now than he ever fucking did over there in Purdue. His development, where everybody was sitting there saying like it's going to take him over a year. He's got to learn the system. Josh's system's complex. Blah blah blah. You know they keep saying all this bullshit, but for two fucking rookies out of the last 3-4 years, Josh McDaniels holds the highest rated QB at a 92.2 and a 92.3, and that's motherfucking Mac Jones and Aiden O'Connell now.
Not
And
only
that's out
that,
of
but
every dude that's played in there.
you
And
can't say that it's not a coincidence that after the preseason week 1, out of all the rookie QBs, Aiden O'Connell by PFF standards had the highest rating in PFF.
that's my point. And people just want to look past it because they hate dude. That's why. Like they just hate him and they think like, oh, he's not, you know. And look, I get the Jimmy pick. Like the Jimmy pickup, dude, is security, dude. It's like we don't know who we were getting in the draft. We don't know if he'll be who we think he's gonna be. Like I get that shit, but they know he is who they thought he was gonna be. Like that's the shit. Like the only thing I can see, like I'm just hoping this guy proves me right. Like he's gonna go into this game here and he's gonna go ball the fuck out again, just like a regular day at the office for this guy, dude. Like that's what he's gonna do. And I strongly believe it because the way that he looks at the field, the way his demeanor is, you know, on the field with our team, salute Ozzy. You know, he has such high potential, such high level of potential that some people just look right past it because you have Jimmy there. And I'm like, no, hell fucking no. I'm like, put the fucking wall up on Jimmy. He's older, dude. He's been in the NFL for a while. He hasn't really done much, dude. He's been in great fucking teams. Like, I want to see who the fucking hell Aiden is. And I even said it. Like, if Aiden comes out here, balls out, fucking 2, 3, 5 touchdowns in there, has himself a 200, 300-yard game, like, they're going to go look to him. I mean, I keep trying to say Derek Carr only averaged 220 yards per game over his whole career so far. So if we're talking about this dude damn near over, 140 in the third quarter and touchdown, like, and Derek Carr only averaged 2 touchdowns per game for his career. So that's all I'm trying to say is this guy just playing one fucking game damn near already got the number in one game. And I get it where people are like, oh, it's just how come all the other guys didn't do it then? How come all the higher quarterbacks taken and all the dudes taken in the first round and so on? Why in the fuck did they not do it if that's the case? Yeah, why isn't if it's okay for Con, why wasn't it okay for them? Because they suck and their shit wasn't popping up. It's like fucking what's his name over there with Atlanta, that halfback. That dude's for real, bro. Like you're about
Oh,
people are
Bijan
about
Bijan.
to get.
Robinson.
Bijan's
Oh
nice.
Yeah,
man,
Robinson. Yeah.
they're about to get beat the fuck up by that guy. Like Robinson, yeah, what Bijan? Yeah, that dude's
Yeah.
Yeah,
gonna
Bijan.
fucking
You
beat.
got to think too, and
Yeah,
guess
did
what?
you see
He's in a
that play where he sucker ducked out that motherfucker and then hopped that dude at the end and then fucking just ran over, dude? Like that guy
yeah,
ain't
and
gonna be playing,
you got to
dude.
think too. He's in a running back by committee, so
Facts.
Atlanta's got a crazy run game going on.
Cause
Yeah, he's gonna
I
be the dominant back. I guarantee it.
easy,
Dude. Like,
easily
the way
RB1.
yeah, the way his vision and shit is, dude, that guy's unreal, man. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, he's unreal. I mean, that play he did
Would you
tonight.
say a younger version of a Derrick Henry the way he plays?
Oh fuck, dude, with way
Yeah.
more elusiveness,
But his
dude.
power
Like,
looks to me like Derrick Henry the way he runs through guys and trucks them.
yeah, that run he did tonight, dude. With what are they playing? The Bengals right now, I think. Fucking.
Was it the Bengals?
I think it's the Bengals they were
Yeah,
playing.
I think it was the Bengals.
Yeah, you're right. It was
Yeah,
Bengals.
to be honest.
His first carry, dude, fucking cuts out, dude, and fucking just runs right into this pile. I thought it was a blooper fucking reel at first, dude, because everybody just missing him, dude, just bah. And then this fucking guy comes and he just like ducks to the fucking ground. It looked like popped up, and the guy was right there, and he just boom, fucking right over. I was like, what the fuck, dude, like. That guy got some mad skill, bro. Like, he got some mad skill. He's going to be a good player. But long story short, like I say with Aiden's going to be a great player too, man. And I just hate, like, how our fan base is like, one, they're indicating, like, Jimmy's better in Carr. Like, that's got to be the most craziest fucking take I've ever heard in my life, dude.
That's like the small percentage is like Jimmy's better than Carr. The other percentage is Carr is Jesus Christ, and
the
Jimmy
only
is
way
Satan.
that they can advocate Jimmy is better than Carr is by wins. It's the only motherfucking thing. It's the only fucking thing. And I can negate his wins just by the two fucking teams he's been on. Like, to sit there and put him compared to Carr that's taken fucking nobody ass receivers, tight ends, players, fucking made him fucking pretty damn good. Not only good, took him from $1 million contracts to fucking $12 million contracts, fucking even taken to the Patriots and other fucking great teams along the way. But like I said, that's not even a fucking comparison about who's the better quarterback. Carr, way better quarterback. Like, and how they want to justify releasing him or his mental errors over the last few years, great. I don't give a fuck. His mental errors still fucking trump Jimmy's shit, dude. Like, Jimmy is just a fucking pawn. He's like Joe Biden, bro. He's just standing back there doing what he's fucking told, dude. Like, that's exactly what he does. And that's what he did with the Niners. That's what he did with the fucking Patriots, dude. And coming here, like I said, I think Aiden is farther ahead of him. Like, Aiden is farther ahead of him already. So how does that even say when this fucking guy been, 9 years? He's been in the NFL 9 fucking years, and you got a guy that's in his rookie year come out playing just as good a ball as you are, if not better. And not only that, he, like, everybody that talks about Aiden in camp is like, this dude drops bombs on dudes at fucking 50, 60 yards downfield. Like, fuck, Jimmy's going to need a fucking kite. He's going to need the paper airplane on that bitch to get it down that far. But, nah, I think he'll get it 40 yards. But it's not about if he can get it there. It's the accuracy getting it there. That's the problem. And Aiden's just fucking, they say Aiden is, like, just straight reeling dudes in. And this is what I think is funny about Aiden when I look at, like, Josh and the way that they're looking at him. I believe that Aiden is their Mac Jones. Like, look how accurate that fucking Aiden O'Connell is, and look how accurate Mac Jones was. Like, this is their fucking Mac Jones, bro, but just better. Like, he's better. He's more calm and collected. He's not so much in his fucking head and thinking
under pressure. He's
I'm
good
the best. Yeah, he doesn't.
Not
have
only that, but Mac Jones was in like QB.
He was in Alabama.
Like, he was in Alabama. Meanwhile, Aiden O'Connell was in freaking Purdue in the Big Ten with no name players.
I was just about to say that Mac Jones had way more weapons in Alabama than what O'Connell had at Purdue.
Mac Jones had like freaking inspirational, like super athlete level receivers. Meanwhile, what's like the best receiver like O'Connell had at Purdue? Charlie Jones.
Yep.
Well, the tight end. What was the tight end there? Fucking. The tight end was a good tight end. God damn, what the hell's his name?
I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you, look it up real quick. I got you. I mean, what?
Why am I drawing a blank on him, man? Freaking. I don't know. I can't fucking remember. I don't know if I'm getting him confused. No, I think it was him over there.
Was it Payne Durham?
I know he got a good tight end over there. He's not the greatest, but
was it that Payne Durham?
Yeah, I think it might have been. It could have been him, man.
I think that's the one.
Yeah, he was not a bad tight end. He was pretty decent for him when they were there. Frickin', like I said, I can't remember the dude's name.
Yeah, I was just looking it up, but it rings a bell when I was watching Purdue.
I think it is. I think that's who it is. But either way, like I said, Aiden is like Carr, but just he's got a way more accurate level fucking deal. I mean, look at that Tucker play on the sideline downfield, dude, where he literally, like, I've heard so many people say Aiden could have put it better. What the fuck are you talking about? This fucking dude's only 5'10" and or fucking probably smaller, and he dropped it in his motherfucking hands right here over the top. Like, I don't fucking get that shit, dude. Well, he did jump for it, but that's all I'm saying. Like, fucking,
that's the only thing that I say with that pass. It was almost perfect. If it had been like 1 yard, I think back more. So
if he would have been there,
perfect.
Yeah,
I mean, it was in his hands. If only Tucker had control, like that's my one thing.
Renfro would have caught that. Fucking Adams would have probably caught that. Like diving catches. That's what makes you badass.
100% a catchable ball, no doubt. I'm not saying.
Yeah, because I think like with him and
it was bad.
It ain't like yes, and that point of like putting it down there, yes, 100%. Because it is overthrown a little bit. Because if he hit him right in stride, he probably would have been touched.
Yeah, exactly. If he hit him right in stride, that's what I'm saying. That's all.
Yeah,
but it's still like a 90% perfect pass. Other than that,
nah, because I think like
it's also literally like a yard, maybe a yard.
Yeah, when you're just looking at the base of like what he does, like I said, I think they got a lot of good players here, a lot of good connections, a lot of good everything here, man. So I've said I think that's the way that they've looked at it. And Aiden, dude, I'm telling you, watch, he's gonna be the key that unlocks this shit, dude. Like I strongly feel it. And just remember, I'm going to say it straight up. I would motherfucking said it since we got this motherfucker, dude. Like I've said, I know this dude's going to be the guy.
Possibly when we were looking at him going into the draft.
Yep. Like I said, I think he's going to be fucking great. I think he's going to be great. I really do. I think he's going to be better than a lot of these dudes out there. They're, like I've always say with CJ and Bryce, all those dudes, they'll all come around.
Draft simulator, you guys were doing the draft simulator about 30, 40 times, and it kept going to O'Connell.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, I know.
Dustin wouldn't let me sleep that night.
That's what I said. That's why I picked him.
I was like, Dustin, it's like 3 a.m. for me over here.
Yeah, I told him. I said if we do the simulator over time, it's going to just project certain players to our team. He was one of them. He was one of them on there. There were numerous of them on there. Bernie was on that fucking list too. Yeah. Fucking think of it. So that's why I think it's crazy. Like, either way, you guys have anything else, or you want to go into that? You want to do that depth chart? You guys want to go through a roster depth chart real quick, dude, and fucking pop it together before this game, so we can kind of go for what we see before the season.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll waste time for 30 minutes. We won't go late tonight, dude. I gotta go home. My kid's birthday's coming up. They're gonna take off to California, go camping, fucking all kind of bullshit. And we're in harvest right now, so I gotta be up at 4 every morning. So it's gonna be tough.
Did I put up the right one? Yeah, I did. I think.
Yeah, he already made up a list, everything. So we'll just go through, and then he'll just write in the names however we want, how we all see it as a team, and then he can save this. He can save this, and we can just have something to look back at when the season starts to see how many players we were right on.
Yeah. So next is running back. So I've already put the quarterbacks because that much is obvious, really, to me, at this point.
All right.
Any differences?
If we're gonna do the running back, should we count Jacobs? Yes or no?
Not at the moment because technically he's not signed.
He's not a Raider.
All right.
Yeah.
So then
I'll put him. Actually, I'll put JJ question mark. I can put that because we don't know. Did you want to do?
We already know he's going to be a starter. So even if he's a 5th on the fucking 6th on this board, we already know if he's playing, he'll be a starter.
Right.
But we can't judge him as the starter because he's not even a Raider at the moment.
I'm just gonna put Josh Jacobs and then star or something. I'll put something like to show that.
Just put him back at 6, dude, and put a
Yeah,
question mark.
we'll just put him at player 6 for now.
Yeah, put him at 6 and put him a question mark.
All right.
He can always retain his spot. I mean, like I said, everybody knows if he's playing, he's the starter. So
Yeah, exactly. All right, cool. So yeah, and then if he's not the starter, though, what's Amir White?
It kind of
Yes.
seems like it's showing that's what they're pushing for, Zamir to be the running back one.
Right. Would you say Sincere's number 2 or Bolden or maybe Amir
I say
Abdullah?
Sincere. I would say Sincere.
Because I would
would
almost
say
say Sincere can take this motherfucking job from.
Here's a very fun fact: is Sincere, like when training camp started, Sincere was like the 7th running back in their depth chart, and then after that preseason game, he like jumped to like running back 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's 2? What, Amir Abdullah?
I would put Amir Abdullah as running back 3.
So you're gonna put Sincere and then Abdullah, not the other way.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can live with that. I can see that happening.
I mean,
by
technicality, it's going to be Amir Abdullah because you're going to have White as your main back, as your 1-2, and then Amir is your third down back. So technically, Amir would be the second. Sincere would be the third.
That would make sense.
Brown would be the 4th, and then Bolden may be the 5th on that list.
That would make sense. So yeah, we'll put Sincere right now at number 3.
Number 3.
Yeah, because Sincere is what Amir is supposed to be. Like, a Sincere is supposed to be a scat back, power back. That's the difference in him. And I've said the whole time that Sincere would be the replacement for Josh. Like, I strongly feel it, and I'm still going to advocate it because when he pops off, it ain't going to be no fucking news to me. I've been talking about this dude for the last 2 years. So,
same here.
I straight up wrote an article about this dude.
Yeah, I mean, I've literally have lives on this guy from the second we fucking even looked at and got him and spoke on him and highlights in our lives before.
So Amir Abdullah and then Sincere, that's what we're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's funny you mentioned Sincere because I remember for Raider Rambo when I wrote an article about him, people was like, "Who is that guy?" I was like, "Don't worry, you'll see."
Yeah, I remember when I wrote an article about him. I remember like some people were like saying, "Oh, he'll be nothing." Like,
so who's going to be number running back 4?
The thing is, for me,
it's going to be Bolden or Brown. It's Bolden or Brown.
It's going to be like tough for me to decide right now because depending what Brown's injury is, like it's kind of bad that he's missing preseason time and joint practices right now.
I'll put Brandon.
So right now, Bolden has the upper hand right now.
And then, of course, fullback is going to be Jacob Johnson.
Yeah. Jakob.
Yeah, the German Johnson.
Right, the German.
And then our backup is a tight end. The tight end is the fullback on there.
Yeah, pretty much. But I'll leave that at tight end. We do tight end. So
no, hell no, we don't need it.
So left tackle is obviously going to be Miller, Colton Miller. So we can put that one in. I think we can.
I would just go straight down real quick. Miller, Parham.
Let's just right now. Let's just do who we know the starters are.
Yeah, that way. Cool. Yeah, that way we're not sitting there fucking. We don't need to debate those.
So anyway, Parham changes if that concussion does anything to him. So send us James. Yeah, sorry, guys, just a minute.
You ain't got to worry. You got to type it in, so you ain't got to tell us fucking shit. I mean, I wouldn't need it. Fuck. I'd be like, if I was doing this.
This is probably where we're gonna have a. I would say this is where we're gonna have a different.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is where we're gonna start talking.
I mean, mine's Moody, man. Mine's Moody for the.
Yeah. Right now, it's like the top 2 competitors for this right now is Van Roten and Moody. I would rather. I mean, I I would rather have Moody just because I feel like his strength and power
The
capability.
reason I like Rotten is he reminds me he's not quite as aggressive, but he reminds me a little
Richie,
bit of
you're gonna
Richie.
say Richie Incognito?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think Curtis has more of that in him than Rotten. Like,
Oh.
Curtis is going to be Richie. Like, Curtis has that, I'm a fucking
I
maul
don't
your
deny
ass
that, but I'm
right
just saying
on
now
over.
the veteran guys we got, Van Rotten's like the most like Richie to me right now. If you
Yeah,
can't
old.
get the stuff coming out of camp, no, I'm saying like the aggressive that he plays with, especially when
Yeah,
I hear coming out of camp as well, kind of confirms that.
Yeah, he'll be all right. I think Moody's going to win it. I mean, this is the
The
thing I
strange
say.
thing is,
The thing
they
is
both come from the
Moody's
same
rated at a 94 in the first preseason. Van Rotten didn't even make the list. Like, multiple people didn't even make the top 50 list. So that's all I'm saying is like I'm wrong.
Start, though? Did he play in that game?
I think he played in that game in the beginning, if I recall right.
It might have
I'm not
been just in the
100%.
first drive, but I'll have to check.
Yeah, I think he was in the beginning, if I recall. I think he played in that game.
The rating. Did he?
I think he played in that game. I'm almost sure that I thought he was on the starting lineup out there.
I know Parham played at left.
I have here. The starting offensive line during the preseason game was left tackle Justin Heron, left guard Parham. The center was Grassu. The right guard was Van Roten, and the right tackle was Luminor.
That's what I thought. He played it out for a while. That's why I'm saying his grade ain't matching what people are claiming his play style. Like I said, freaking Moody. So Eric's gonna be the defining the decision of this one because I want Moody. He taking Moody, and if he takes Van Rotten over Moody, then we got to flip a coin.
All right, man. See, now you got me in a tough situation. Just for now, put Moody there for now. For now.
So put Moody first?
Yeah, for now.
All right, I'll leave it like that for now.
An American-style democracy.
Well, I would just do Moody, Van Rotten, and then go to the left tackle, or what is it, the right tackle?
The left guard.
Right tackle.
Right tackle.
It's right tackle. I would go with. I think it's going to be Luminor Luminor than Munford. I think. But listen, I'm gonna say it right now. I think Wagner's going to win that shit.
Yeah. Okay. No. Here's the thing. I would not be surprised if, say, like either Wagner or Munford are the starter, and they just get rid of Luminor because if Wagner shows up again during preseason, because mind you, he took 50 snaps as the right tackle, and he didn't allow
pressure. No. Yeah.
And out of all the offensive linemen, not just out of any player, PFF gave him the highest graded rating.
He was the 5th highest ranked offensive player in the NFL throughout that week too. So
I'm just gonna add him here for now because we kind of. I have a feeling you guys might be right. I'm kind of thinking the same thing, but I'll put him at the 3rd one for now. But he's still battling with Munford and.
Yeah, I just know everybody on this deal know I think Wagner. I'm saying it. I said it right after last week. Still, that fool probably gonna win that job.
Listen, like if he balls it out again,
I even told Ozzy when we were sitting there talking in the deal. I said straight up, like I don't care where the peoples are drafted, like the person who's drafted. I think they're more worried about who has the better development right now is what they're worried about. Like I think when it comes down to it, they're not gonna be like, oh man, Illuminor was a Patriot. Oh man, fucking Munford was taken in the 7th round and we're not getting shit done. But we got Wagner over here just wrecking motherfuckers and we're gonna roll with this fucking guy. No, hell no. I can't see them doing that, dude. Like I think they're gonna roll with Wagner if he's the best player on the field at that time.
If Wagner balls out again tomorrow, it should be a very big talk if they should keep Illuminor or not, because I wouldn't mind if we got rid of Illuminor and Munford's a starter, or they battle, like Wagner and Munford battle for the starting job.
What did I say when we picked up, right when we got Wagner, and I fucking knew it, we made it fucking live, and I talked about it. I said, I was the first one that even brought up the fact that you could bring that we would keep Wagner and Munford on the deal and trade Illuminor's fucking ass. That's exactly what I said. because I've said it. That's the only dude out there that carries value that would carry it to another team where we have the people behind. Now, in that one, I said I felt it was going to be Munford that was going to be the starter with Wagner as the backup, but I don't think so anymore. I think Wagner would be the starter and Munford would be the backup.
We can change this in a minute because I know I'm not as high on Keelan Cole either, but he's been showing up lately.
Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfrow, Keelan Cole, and Trey Tucker.
Yeah, that's what I got so far, but it could change. Keelan Cole's kind of competing with the other guys. I'm thinking about should we put Carter in there as well at number 6?
I mean, DeAndre Carter, I would expect him
He's
to
going to make
just
the squad.
because not
He's
only does he
making it
have
100%.
not only does he have like crazy special team abilities, but
Well, that's what I'm thinking
he
too.
can be like your like if you want to do like a 4 wide receiver set, or dare I say even like 5, like he's that speedster where you don't even notice him, and he's just gunning you up the middle of the field.
So we could go that at receiver, right? Devontae Adams, Myers, Renfrow, Carter, Cole, and Tucker.
I mean, I think that's going to be your base players of the whole deal, regardless.
Yeah.
Adams, Renfrow, Jacoby, Tucker because we drafted him, Carter because he's the ace, and then frickin' Cole because he has one full year in the system, but he could go to the practice squad and he's not going to care because he was already on the practice squad before. So I don't think like I said, I think that'll be the base deal there. And probably Wilkerson will go to the practice squad. You know what I mean? Like, they'll probably have those dudes go over there.
People might call me crazy, but I'm going above Hooper at the moment.
Michael Mayer?
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
I know
Hooper's
going to be the starter. It's not a given doubt about it.
But,
I mean, Mayer ain't even been in the game to even play to take over Hooper. Hooper's going to be the number 1.
I'll switch it for now, but it's just what I'm hearing out of camp.
Cool Fettingham, okay.
What are they hearing, that he ain't playing? Like, I want to know what they're saying, because they can't be saying much if the fucking guy is not there to play. That's the only thing I would have to argue in, is that Hooper's there practicing, playing, fucking with the deal. I've heard numerous deals.
Apparently, Michael Mayer came back from that, and then he was practicing, and then he looked like, yeah.
I get the practice part, but, like... The guy's never played it down in the NFL. You can look all right in the preseason or in a camp, dude. I guarantee you Hooper's probably looks the best as the starter. Like, I can't see – I have not heard a report that even indicated that that Mayer was going to be the number 1 outside of people talking about it before we ever even reach camp. So I have yet to hear a report come from camp that says that Mayer is just dominating the tight end spot. I haven't even heard of him yet. Like, I haven't even heard him be brought up in any drills, any freaking anything, really. I did hear about him before he got the injury, but I have not heard about him. Unless I'm wrong. I mean, I haven't read an article.
I'm talking the last couple of days. I heard I think it was a second joint practice with the Rams or whatever.
What did they say?
They said he was standing out. That May was standing out. That he's competing for that tight end 1 spot because he was running with the 1s, apparently.
I mean, like Ziegler said, everybody's going to be everywhere. I mean, like he said straight up, don't take no consideration for how the offensive line is or where receivers. We're just trying to figure out where players can play multiple positions. So, like I say, I think like everybody's going to know their base. Yeah, everybody's going to know their base. I mean, you're telling me that Harron was going to be the starter over Miller. Okay. You know, like, that's all I'm saying. People are going to be put out there, and, like, Parham's going to be the starter, but the reason he's probably there is because he's young, and they're trying to fucking season him. So, most definitely, the reason Rotten's over there, because he's old, and they're trying to see if he can still play. Like,
not only that, but I think they're trying to... I think they were just trying to develop Parham in the left side, because if we remember correctly, last season he was on the right.
Only for a little bit, just because of an injury, but he played more dominant on the left guard all year long than he did the right guard. So He only went over there because who got hurt? Fucking
Denzel Good. Denzel Good.
Yeah,
Oh,
Good
Denzel
got
Good,
hurt,
yeah.
but then they switched him back because that's when they were moving Illuminor and fucking Munford around over there and fucking who else was the one that was over there
Didn't we?
too?
But hang on, didn't we move on from him before the season? The one you're talking about? 'Cause
Oh
had a
wait,
season
he
only-
retired. He retired.
Yeah.
Who?
Denzel Good.
So
Yeah,
it
but
must be.
that was because of his injury. But we still own the rights on him too. So if he was to come back, you'd have to be a Raider. So. Yeah, I think frickin' Denzel Good would have been a nice one to have there too. I seen that they paid DJ Turner for his injury settlement and then released him. So I just wonder when they're gonna release Parker, dude. Like Parker got to be
Why
coming
is
off
he
this.
even? Why is he still here? I don't.
Yeah, they must see something. I don't know what they're seeing, but they must see some shit.
See what? That he's injured? What do we mean? What do they see? What are we talking about?
There must be a reason they keep him on the team.
I don't think he's going to be on the team. I think he's going to get paid and get the hell off the team. There's no
I
way.
now because of injury.
There is no way that you can take a player in the second fucking 2 times in 2 years, end up on the fucking IR all year, and then any person claim that they're trying to stash him in the second week of the preseason. Like, hell fucking no, I ain't buying that shit for nothing. Like, that motherfucker injured, he's up on that deal, and they need to pay his ass and move the fuck on from his ass, because he ain't coming back playing for nobody. He didn't play for us last year, he ain't play for us this fucking year. Like, straight up. And he's on the IR for the whole season. You know what I mean? Like, he's done before this started. And you can only have a certain amount of people. I think it's only 8 or 9 people on the IR at one time. So to give him that spot right now, I'd be like, fuck that.
I'm just
Where are we at on this fucking
Free safety.
Yeah, you guys can.
It's gonna be Morris.
Trayvon.
Alright, I'll put him just one sec. I'm just putting some depth players at the moment.
Who the heck is Vidali Gurman?
What about guards? I think that's how you spell it. Yeah, that's how you spell it.
That's the center, isn't it? Is that not the center?
He's a guard.
No, the center is Haranis Grasu.
Yeah,
Grasu.
Yeah. I might as well just finish this real quick because I'm already doing the offensive line. I just got to add Curtis now, the rookie. He's probably going to be a right side, I'd say.
I would put Curtis over Bars. Like,
hell yeah, I put Curtis at the 2. Who's in the fucking 2 over there?
I'm still going to move it around. I'm just typing him in for now.
Oh, okay. He's just putting the names in.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I think fucking it's going to be fucking Moody and Curtis is who I think. I mean, and Curtis is even getting smacked right here in camp right today. So, like, fuck, that dude's getting, that guy, they'd say he's just a force too.
This is where it just blows it doesn't even blow my mind. It just fills my head with, like, headaches. Like, how do you not give Ziegler credit that we got Curtis and Wagner as UDFAs?
Yeah, I'm just going to put him third for now, until we see a bit more out of preseason. They're going to bump up to 2, though, probably, both of them, I reckon. But, yeah.
Like, you got at worst a solid guard and potentially, like, the biggest steal in UDFA tackle in Wagner. Like, but no, it's not.
That's why I say certain people show up, dude, when other people think they're not. And the one thing that fucking the Patriots and Ziegler's been great at is fucking finding UDFA talent, dude. They've been doing this for a minute, so.
I mean, it's kind of like what you said last live, Dustin. They would rather have Chiefs players than Patriot players for some reason.
It is. They're fucking little fucking cheap dick riders, dude, and fucking hate on the Patriots, dude. Like, it's the most craziest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. A team that just kicks the living fuck out of you every single year.
How can you like a division?
They want them, but they don't want the most winningest Super Bowl team in history. Like,
No,
that's
what makes
fucking
it worse,
mind-blowing as
how can you
fuck.
like a division rival more than the Patriots who aren't even a
Facts.
division rival?
Facts. That's like the fucking worst thing that crawls under my skin like no one's business, dude. Like, when they say that, I just want to laugh at them, be like, okay, fucking little closet fan, dude, like, straight the fuck up. Like, you would never hear me jock up on them. And listen, I'll tell, like, Andy Reid's a great coach, fucking Mahomes is all right quarterback, like, but I ain't never jocking that fucking team in any way, shape, or fucking form, dude. Like, I'll take a player, and I don't care what fucking team they're on. Like, that's the thing. I think it's just crazy, but I don't listen to a lot of their opinions anyways because I feel like it's biased as fuck to begin with. So I just say, hey, you're in your feelings, bro. That's your bias. I can care less. Like, I've always said, I'm not going to get into debates and arguments with somebody dick writing a name. Like, I'm good on that, dude. I don't do that shit. I ain't got time for that. I just want to put the best people where they just be like they deserve to be. It's just like I say, I think Wagner will end up at that right tackle spot if he keeps this shit up. I think Curtis is the clear 2 on that team, if not 1. The problem is this is where the issue is going to come down. Is Moody going to get played at the left guard, and Van Rotten will start at the right guard? That's something I can see with Curtis backing him up. Like, that's what I can see happening for sure. Moody will move to the left guard as the backup. Moody would move to the left guard as the backup, and then Van Rotten would be the starter, and then fucking Curtis would be the backup unless Curtis beats out Van Rotten and
Wouldn't that mean Parham would have to go to the center spot?
No fucking, I meant Parham. That's what I said, didn't I? Or I said, yeah, Parham with Moody behind him.
Oh, Parham and Moody behind. Okay, I got you now. I thought you said Moody.
Yeah,
that's what
no, hell no. I said Moody would move up to the second spot behind in the left guard.
Let's not forget, too, depending how the season goes, and then that also depends how the next offseason goes, that they're really all right with Parham being the future center if they want him to.
I mean, if Moody pans out, dude, and Curtis pans out, it would only make sense to move him to center at that point.
Exactly.
Because Moody would play at the left guard, and then fucking Curtis would play at the right guard. And maybe that might be what happens, but at the time right now, I know Parham is going to be the left guard. Like, there is not a debate about it. So, and I know Andre James is going to be the center. Like, there's not a debate about it. Like, an injury is going to have to happen in order for him not to be there. I mean, Ziegler has said it in his own conversations and interviews where he likes Andre James. So I don't know he spoke on him, how he likes his leadership, his gameplay, how he came from UCLA and made where he's at, how he's commanded on the team. Like, Ziegler spoke a lot on him.
Well, Dustin, and he even spoke
about doing a contract that he was just going to wait till next year. That's all he said.
Well, Dustin, where people come to this conclusion is just because 2 players that got traded or cut, that's where everyone's like, well, they're just going to get rid of them just because they're not a Patriot. It's the Patriot syndrome thing that everyone always accuses.
Yeah, and I think their initial grab when they got Parham was maybe intention to replace James. I'm not gonna say it wasn't, but I think as the time went on, it proved that James was obviously the clear cut better center, because if I remember right, James got hurt and Parham was the center. So
he actually played a really good game as a center.
Yeah, I feel like if he was better than fucking Andre, they would have moved off of him. That's their player. You know what I mean? Like, they would have moved off of him. To me, they didn't move off him in the off season, so I don't see it happening. I just don't see that happening at any time. I think they like Andre James. From what I've heard from Ziegler, dude, I mean, he don't usually speak on people to those extent, and how he spoke on them if he didn't like him, I believe he likes him. So I think the thing where I think Parham gets this talk is just that he can play both spots. Like, that's what I believe. Like, because they're like, oh, you can take that, and then, oh, this is drama. We're the Raiders, so let's talk about him taking Andre James's job. You know, just like let's talk about Devontae being traded and fucking all these bullshit stories, dude. Like, I just feel like at the end of the day, the reason why I favor Wagner over all of them, that's Illuminor over Munford is because at the end of the day, when he was on the field, it's not by his name, it's not biased to him or not. It's the fact that he was the better player of all offensive linemen in the NFL, period. And that went for NFL starters and rookie fucking starters.
Not only
He was
that,
the
but
number one
50
over the rookies,
snaps and
and
not
he was
allowing
the fifth over the NFL players.
50 snaps
And
and
then
not allowing a single pressure.
facts. And that's why I just didn't say, like, you can't just discredit that type of shit, dude. There were NFL starting linemen, corners, receivers, fucking players all over the NFL, and this fool still outranked them. So, like I said, man, it speaks a lot of volume with a deal like that. And I think when you have deal like, see, look, Munford, and Illuminor struggle, and they even struggled in the motherfucking preseason. Wagner looked like a cat with a fucking mouse in the corner just playing with his food. There's an obviously clear-cut difference between the three fucking people at that spot right now. And it ain't about, well, Luminor's been here and he's a Patriot, and, oh, we drafted Munford in the 7th round. Like, I'm all for Munford. I've said that since the minute we got him. But there's obviously a clear-cut fucking right tackle over here that's obviously better than both of them. So why wouldn't we acknowledge him, or why wouldn't we want him there? Like, that's the kind of things I always say is like, that's the kind of shit you're looking for right now. That's what this shit right now is for, is finding dudes like him. Dudes you would not known would have showed up, dude, because he would have been practice squad, dude, or on practice and then cut, where now this dude may have a chance to go out here and start the next 2 fucking games, and then if Illuminor or Munford's ass don't show up, well, fuck you, bye-bye. Like I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't think, like, I get that there's a lot of people that are Raider fans that are just pissed off that Josh and Ziegler are here. Like, I get it, but I don't give a fuck about your feelings. I can care fucking less. And for people to sit and say, like, oh, they're just going to keep a Patriot player because no, they won't. No, the fuck they will not. If that player does not fit the fucking scheme or the system, he will be fucking cut, dude. Or if he does not have any value offered to the team, he will be fucking cut.
Here's a prime example. Here's a prime example, right? Chandler Jones is a Patriot, yet they immediately drafted his replacement.
Damn right. Well, they know he's getting old too. So that, again, they do
That's
this with
the thing.
the
That's the thing, though,
half-ass.
Dustin.
They
Do you
do
know
this
how
with
many people?
everybody.
Do you know how many people said, like, we didn't need a defensive end in the first round? Like, do you know how many Raider fans just straight up said that?
Yeah, but they also think Chandler's going to play for fucking 50 more years and get 100 more sacks. You know what I mean? Like, that's all. That's why I just say a lot of them don't have valid information to talk about in the team, let alone talk on the fucking team, dude. Like, dudes want to go have debates, right? Like, dudes want to have debates on certain topics. But the debate that they want to have is they want to dick ride a player and then argue people about it. I ain't there to argue someone's feelings. I'm not there to argue or debate anybody's personal feelings ever at any given fucking time. It's about that there is a factual fact that their so-called player may not even be on the motherfucking team, so you have to look to other options. That's why they call them fucking GMs and fucking coaches. That's why they run the shit, because they're not over here worrying on other motherfuckers that ain't there. They're worrying about the motherfuckers that are there. And then they're like, well, if he shows back up, he'll probably be the best, so there's not a doubt. But they ain't worrying about it, and they'll move right the fuck on from it and not even look back, dude. They've done it. They've done this. Dude, Josh has done this for fucking 20 years of his life with the Patriots, dude. So, like I said, I think it's so crazy when people are like, Josh needs to have Josh. No, he fucking doesn't. He ain't needed him in any of the 5 Super Bowls that he called and coached, dude. Didn't need him not one time. He didn't call his number, didn't call him, didn't look for him, didn't draft him, wasn't even paying attention to him over there. You know, like, I think it's just crazy how hard Raider fans just stick to a fucking player and then all of a sudden just think they're god of everything, dude. Like, they surpassed that Henry is the number 1 back in the time, and I don't give a fuck if he's injury prone. I don't give a fuck what he's happened. He's still wrecking their numbers by a mile. So it's not, I don't care if some dude's like, oh, he's getting older and he's still better. He's still better. There ain't not another guy that's indicated to be better than him at this moment, dude. Like, that's all I'm saying. He will straight run your ass over. He averages 100 fucking yards per game. He has 80 motherfucking receiving and rushing touchdowns. Like, it's not even fucking close. Not even close. What does Jacob got? 48. We're over here like we compare half of his shit right
40.
over to this dude. Like,
Actually-
this is insane.
actually,
like, you
hang
can't
on, hang
do
on.
that.
I'll bring it up for a minute since you're speaking on it. Hang on. Can you see what
Yeah,
I'm showing now?
You can't even fucking
Oh, you have
compare
to,
that, because the two, what people are doing is someone's taking a player in a 4-year
Yeah.
span and then comparing a dude that's been here for 6 years and then fucking saying like
Yeah.
he's on there. That's not how it works. It doesn't work like that, dude. So
Right, here, bring this one up first so you can get. This is Jacob since 2019, right? Let's look at this one first, since you're talking about it, because I brought this up for another, in case we got to the other topic I wanted to talk about today. But so there, look at that one, right? That's his numbers since he entered the league. So look at
I know his numbers. I've researched him to the T. Like I said,
people watching.
Henry
right, so
dogs this dude. Yardage, fucking average per yard, touchdowns, fucking receiving touchdowns.
Total touches is 1,232 over his career. Total yardage over 4 years is 5,892. And his total touchdowns is 40, right? So anyway, now bring up Henry. Because I did this for a show a while back. Hang on a sec. Let's look at here. This is Henry's. Can you share that? So this is Henry's. Total touches is only about 100 more. He's got damn near 7,000 yards and 58 fucking touchdowns.
Facts. Like I said,
18 more touchdowns.
He smokes them.
Yeah, about 1,000 more yards for 100 more touches, and
it's just something that me and Dustin discussed this a little bit. Where me and Dustin, we didn't just look at Derrick Henry; we looked at like almost every other halfback.
Yeah, I did the same. I
the problem with Jacobs is his numbers got inflated. Like whether we like it or not, his numbers got inflated massively.
Dude, the only stat he led was the only stat Josh Jacobs led in was rushing yards. That's fucking it. Like, that's it. He didn't lead in touchdowns. He didn't lead in receiving. He didn't lead in receiving touchdowns. He didn't lead in yards per carry. He just led the year-in motherfucking yards. That's all he fucking led. And then he got the motherfucking ball given to him for 340 motherfucking times. And then they're going to sit and talk about his numbers. Henry's numbers far exceed. Like, the dude is my
not only that, but
team. He's on my motherfucking team. But I'm not biased.
You're also discrediting the O-line, because when you want to compare it even heavily, since 2019, like since Jacobs has been in the league, like sure, our O-line has been like up and down, but last season it was run game specifically, it was a top 10 line. Overall, it was like a top 12 line. Derrick Henry's never had a top offensive line. He's always had a terrible offensive line to run behind.
Yeah, I think the issue I have with the whole topic is the issue I have with the whole entire topic is it's not about Josh or not about Henry. It's about evaluating the player for where they are originally at. Not because I'm a Raider fan, let me go and fucking pick him. Like, that's not how it works. You can want him to be there and he can be one of the best. You can say, hey, he's top 5, he's top 3. He's one of the best players out there, but he is not the best player. He's not the best player. Not even.
Bring this up for a sec while we're talking about offensive line and shit. Yeah. So this is when I went to do my research for another show. Oh no, hang on. Where is it? Here we go. Second zoom in. Yeah. So if you look at, so this is by ESPN last year, right? So pass blocking wise, we ranked 10th with a 62% pass blocking win rate, which is tied for 9th as well. Then we got run blocking O-line. We tied for the 11th with 72%.
It's like, I mean, it's a 4-way tie between the 8th spot.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. And we're only 1 point off the Cowboys. 1%, sorry, off the Cowboys.
So, yeah, I mean, basically, there you go. Like, Jacobs had an amazing offensive line in the run game specifically to run behind.
Exactly, because run blocking pass win rate was pretty much like top 8. So, there you go.
So that's where that specifically, like right there, what you just showed us. It's like it's not like all three of us. It's not just like discrediting Jacobs to the points where it's like we're saying he's like an average back or like he's bad or anything. We're just saying that
Yeah,
the
it's top
height
7,
that
top 5 to
Jacobs
7.
has, where people are saying like if Jacobs is not playing week 1, then McDaniels and Ziegler are like the spawns of Satan. No, it's because Jacobs is just being selfish
Because I
for how the
understand Jacob's
season
true value.
went
Dude,
out.
at the end of the day, I can give two fucks how anybody cares about Jacobs or feels about him or not. He got offered the franchise tag for 10.09. He didn't sign it. He got offered $12 million. He didn't fucking sign it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I can care less. I've said it. You can't get paid more than Henry if you're not better than Henry. And I don't give a fuck if he talks about,
and the
oh,
thing
he's
is,
got 1,600 yards in this deal. I don't care. Henry's never had less than 12 rushing touchdowns, dude. And in what, 8 games or in 6 games, he had what, 800 yards, 10 touchdowns?
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, we're not. It's not even a fair competition. So you're not even judging your own team fair. You're not even judging your own team fair. You want to overvalue this dude and overpay his fucking ass. Well, you want to do that? Go back to Oakland, man. Go the fuck back to Oakland. Go sit back there when fucking Al was in his fucking dying days, just paying motherfuckers God's money, because that's where you motherfuckers are coming up with that bullshit. Like, he ain't worth the fucking money. And people would say, Al would sign him. No, he wouldn't, dude. He fucking got rid of fucking one of the best in all time at the time. So no, the fuck he would not, dude. If he doesn't justify the contract or the fucking means, Al would not sign him. And that's 1,000% motherfucking facts.
yeah,
Go
I know
look
that
at
already came from the because he traded
to
Marcus
multiple
Allen. For
great
fuck's sake,
players.
he traded
So
Marcus
that you
Allen
can
to a division
indicate
rival, no
fucking
less.
bullshit. Ziegler knows what he's fucking worth. Ziegler values and scouts the motherfuckers. You don't think he don't know? Like, any fan out here that indicates that Ziegler don't know and you know more than him, you dumb. You fucking stupid as fuck. You wouldn't even know how to write out the contract. You wouldn't even know how to indicate the fucking contract to even begin with. You would go off of, oh, give him money and incentives and bonus. That's not how it all works. It's not how the whole contract fucking goes. Like, that's why I think it's crazy about speaking on shit of those factors and then trying to validate it. You can't validate it, motherfucker. You don't sit at the table. You don't write it. You have no fucking principal means of it, dude. You're just talking. The point is Ziegler put the contract for $12 million. He chose not to sign it. His fuck up, not anybody else's. Nobody gives a fuck. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. You're gonna compare him like he's better than Henry. He's not. He's fucking not. So you can think in your sleep or when you go to bed at night and dream that he is. Henry the better motherfucker in the NFL. It's fucking facts, bro. There is not even doubt about it. Hey, Josh's 1 year, then it just over Trump Henry dominating the NFL. It didn't work like that, and it doesn't work like that, dude. Is Josh going to hit 1,600 yards this year? Fuck no. Bet money on it. If all these motherfucking Raider fans are so confident in how good Josh is, how about you go out, I'll match your bet. Put $1,000. I'll put 1,000 he don't hit your yards. How about that? You think he's going to hit 1,600? I'll bet 1,000 he doesn't. Like, I know he's not going to. And you know why I know it? Because I've been watching football my whole motherfucking life. I've been playing it my whole fucking life. I know math, analytics better than most motherfuckers could even fucking read or write. And I know that the math says his numbers will not exceed those numbers. He's not going to get those carries. He's going to be minus 75 right off the get-go just having Zeus in the lineup. Right away. Boom. Why I'm going to win the money. You're going to fucking lose. It's facts. He didn't carry the ball 75 times. The whole entire motherfucking, from the quarterback to the fucking halfbacks, didn't even combine for 75 runs together. And this is the shit. This is the shit why I swear, Raider fans are dumb as shit. Like, they're dumb as shit, and it gets so annoying. It's like the most fucking annoying thing ever known to man. The kid is good. There's no arguing it. But let's be real. Let's be real. We want to do real shit, right? We want to talk about 1,000 yards, right? There's 16 fucking games in a year. He barely broke 1,000. Barely sweating on it, bro. We're talking about him eclipsing 1,000 yards like it's a fucking milestone. We got dude over here, Cook, eclipsed the 1,500 yard mark in 13 games. And this fucking guy, it take him all the way to 17 to eclipse 1,600. Like, this is the craziest shit. It's the craziest shit. Like, Cooks has a better fucking resume than Josh, and we would still probably say, oh, no, hell, he ain't the better fuck. Yeah, all right, whatever. I don't even care. I don't even give a fuck.
And he got 8.6 with incentives.
Yeah, facts, dude. The thing is Josh McDaniels or Ziegler knows what the fuck it is, and if Josh doesn't sign that money and go somewhere, hey, guess what? He probably won't even get probably $8 million. Probably get $8 million.
That's the one thing everyone's been saying. Everyone, like, here's the thing to conclude this. Everyone is slowly turning on Jacobs now after that $12 million contract, because now a lot more Raiders are like, okay, but they offered you $12 million and you didn't take it. Every other running back is what you want to say selling out, because now even Zeke and Cook just signed contracts. You are now the only significant running back that has not signed a contract. Like, at this point, you're just playing butthurt at this point.
I just think this is the craziest things that I think about, because I'm just a football fucking fanatic. I sit here and think that the motherfucking Patriots release fucking Randy motherfucking Moss, don't even play on the motherfucker after the years and the games he put up, and they never went to look for another guy to replace him. They've never done those type of things. And guess who the fucking guy calling the plays is? It's motherfucking Josh McDaniels. He's been calling it since 2000 motherfucking 3 or 5. So he's got 5 fucking rings calling the offense. The motherfucker been there since his 20s. He's only in his 40s, and dudes are like, he sucks. You guys are fucking crackheads, bro. Like, straight fucking crackheads. You guys are sniffing fucking paint. You guys are just fucked up. Like, fucked up, dude. If this fucker's name didn't come from the Patriots, and he came from damn near any, if he was a Chief, you'd dick ride this motherfucker like he was gold, I guess. Like, that's the shit I think is crazy. It's fucking crazy. This dude was 20 fucking years old, took over one of the most prominent fucking offenses in all of the fucking NFL, gets 5 fucking rings, him calling the plays, him writing them, him developing, him teaching them, him training it, him doing the whole fucking thing. And then motherfuckers are like, yeah, this guy don't know what he's doing. Oh, you know what it is? He's a good OC, but he's not a proven head coach. You know why he ain't proven head coach, motherfucker? Because he's only been a coach for 3 fucking years. Like, who the fuck is a proven head coach in 3 fucking years? I'd love to hear those fucking names. I'd love to know who it is.
Yeah, the only one that comes close is Sean Payton, but even then he was like an assistant coach at certain places and stuff before that. Like, he didn't go from being an OC.
He was a quarterback coach for John Gruden with the fucking Eagles, dude. Like, yeah, that's where his ass was at. Yeah, John Gruden was the offensive coordinator, dude. He was the QB coach for him.
Yeah, exactly. And then not only that,
both of them put together didn't have nowhere close to Josh McDaniels' resume, period, when they come about it. Any fucking team.
But what I'm saying is with Payton, when he came from the Cowboys, he was already kind of like an assistant head coach at the Cowboys, so he already had like assistant head coaching experience before. And he also had fucking Drew Brees and shit. And then on top of that, outside of his first year, out of his first 3, the second 2 years were only like 500 or a losing record anyway. So
his career is only good under fucking Drew Brees. That's why he left him with Russell Wilson.
Give people fair time. Because otherwise, if we
I mean, I don't
about Peyton, people would have said the same shit about Peyton back then. Because he went.
I mean, people would say the same about Bill Belichick and so on. You know, like the thing is like
Bill Belichick at the Browns, exactly.
You just having that, like, I feel like the only reason we're having this conversation because it's uneducated football fans. Because anybody that's educated in the football sport would fucking know it, dude. Because they're not just biased to the fucking team. They'd go research the fucking deals just like we did right on this motherfucking channel. Just like we pulled it up, just like we showed that Bill Belichick didn't have a winning record before he even got to the motherfucking Patriots. It was actually 44-55, and that's fucking 99 motherfucking games totally played. And we're over here talking about Josh at 28 and fucking 17, dude. That's not even 8 and 8, 16, 15. So it's gonna be 40 fucking games, you know? Like, what the fuck are we even talking about, dude? Like, we're not even. It's not even fair conversation.
Yeah,
it would be like, it's like a 20-year-old kid comes over and sits right here in my passenger seat and then asks me why he doesn't have what I fucking have. Well, I'm 40. I'm 20 years older than you. I've worked my ass off my whole fucking life. So guess what? You want to have what I got, you better get the fucking work, motherfucker. Like, straight the fuck up. Don't be sitting in your seat at 20 asking me why you don't have what I have, motherfucker, because you ain't earned it yet. That's why you don't got it. And we're in a fucking time and era where motherfuckers think that this 20-year-old is entitled to what I got. No, he's fucking not. This is real world shit right here, motherfucker. This shit mine. I earned that shit. That's my shit. You want it, come get it. You're gonna fucking die like the rest. It ain't gonna be no you gonna get it. It doesn't work like that. Like, you know who gives you shit? Motherfuckers that don't do shit. That's why they give it to you, because they didn't do nothing to do shit for it. That's what I think. The thing about life is the craziest shit. Where we come from, you ain't gonna come fucking taking our shit. It's not gonna happen. You ain't gonna walk on my street. You're not gonna walk by my house. You ain't even gonna say it under your breath. Like, you're not even gonna mention that. You're gonna get the shit beat out of you right fucking there, like straight up. Like, you don't do that. You get a fucking guy walk on the other side of the street. Oh, what's up, bro? Fucking, what's up, baby? Run. That's what these fucking dudes are. It's what these dudes are, talking about our team. You that motherfucker across the street running, motherfucker. You want to talk, but take the fuck off. No validation, no factual stats, no fucking nothing. Motherfuckers want to say, oh, what is this guy going to know about? I know more about the game because I study the motherfucker. I don't just come to chat or people's shows and just talk about a team because I heard someone else talking it or somebody else doing it. I read about my shit all day. I know about it just as much as the next motherfucker, even if not more. And to sit and imply, like, we would put half these fucking dudes, any normal dude that's played football ain't gonna go with that shit. A guy that's a YouTuber looking for some subs and fucking likes and his views, he's gonna ride your dick all day. He's gonna say that nobody can beat Devontae, nobody's better than Carr, nobody's better than Waller, nobody's gonna be better than Renfro or Jacobs. Well, the reality is, yes, there is. Yes, there is, and there's going to be a lot. And guess what? They're not even the best in the NFL, so I don't even know what the hell they're even talking about in those talks.
Except for Devontae, but yeah.
But that's the thing. We're over here just having it like they're just a God walked on water fucking dude. Spread the fucking Red Sea, walked water, fucking. They're just turning fucking bread. I mean, this is the craziest shit, dude. Like, the end of the day, football fans have to value the fucking team for what the fucking team is. The players, the fucking stats, the fucking how they come, how they go, where they're at, how their records are. You can't sit and say, well, we drafted Mumford last year, he's better than Wagner, but there's not a stat that indicates it whatsoever. There's things that obviously are clear cut over other motherfucking things. So, like I say, man, I don't know. I get more irritated of fucking doing Raider content. I get more irritated of doing Raider content because I feel like we're out here fucking teaching the stupid, man. Like, literally, motherfuckers are like, oh, I'm diehard Raider. You motherfucking don't even know what the team is. You don't know what the team is. You don't know who the coaches are. You don't know nothing, man. Like, you just want to pull up a fucking article, talk on some other motherfucker. Probably don't play the game, probably never studied the game, just talking on the motherfucking game, dude. Like, it irritates motherfucking me because I've done and played it my whole motherfucking life. I know what it's like on those fields. I know what it's like winning and losing. I know what it's like when you get the shit beat out of you, dude. Like, I ain't talking from the sideline or my TV or in there on a deal. I talk from the experience, and when I see a motherfucking player, the reason I can probably see him before most because I play the motherfucker, so I know he knows what he's doing. And to sit here and indicate that we would not keep one player or get rid of another because, listen, Jimmy's contract is peanuts to compare to quarterbacks right now. $20 million ain't shit. Ain't shit. We gave Rodney Hudson $19 million for 3 years, not even on our motherfucking team. And we over here talking about, oh, we're worried that we'd eat $20 million for 1 year. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? No one's gonna give a fuck because if he got injured and ended up on the injury reserve, we paying him money anyways. I don't get how they would just say, well, put him on the injury reserve, but we can't put another guy over there or we're gonna eat his money. Jimmy's contract can void himself. And to sit and say like, oh, Jimmy's the next great deal. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Like, why doesn't people have the regular conversation that, hey, Jimmy has played on good fucking teams? Why are not anybody recognizing that? How come they don't bring that conversation up? How come they don't bring up conversation that he's been in the league for 9 fucking years? He only has 14,000 fucking yards. He only has, what, 4,000 yard fucking seasons? We're over here saying he's better in Carr. This guy got 1,200 yards, 3,000 yards, 2,000 yards. Fuck it, this guy, what the fuck are you even talking about? Carney had those yards on a shitty-ass team in the Raiders in Oakland. Like, I don't get this shit, how people talk about a team or our own players and then say they know who the fuck they are. They don't know who the fuck they are. I promise you, you don't know who the fuck they are. I've been to those games for almost my whole life, and I them all. I've seen them all. I've talked with a lot of them. I've even said my fucking niece even works for them. I don't get it, dude. Like, I don't get it, man. I know the team because I've been fucking born in the team. Motherfuckers are over here wanting pussy ass players over fucking straight men. Like, get the hell out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just over this shit. Feel like that's why I don't be part of people's shit, because they're just fake, bro. They fucking talk on shit because they want the view. I can give a fuck about the view. I want to talk about the team for real. That's what I want to fucking talk about. The real Raiders, the real team. Don't like it, go tune into a fake motherfucker. I can care fucking less. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you have to educate on the fucking team. And if we're sitting here bypassing players, how come most of the players that are shining right now, if we just rewind YouTube and just go 2 fucking months backwards, I can show you 10 YouTube channels that talk shit on all these guys. Talk shit on all of them. And then,
most definitely.
2 fucking months forward, and they're sucking their dick right now.
Most definitely, especially the players that we drafted. Like, remember when we got Trey Tucker? Like, I can admit that, like, I was a little skeptical of it, but then I can remember everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he sucks and everything." And then
I was the highest one on him out of anybody.
I know Ozzy. Ozzy, like, he was popping.
I remember that shit 4 months before anyone even knew what.
Or like when we picked Amari
players in that deal, studied them, called them, knew them, man. Like, and fucking guys out here didn't even fucking hit any motherfucking deal and call nobody, don't nothing. Fucking talk shit on even our draft picks when they were drafted. Talk shit on a massive. I mean, we can pull up the videos, motherfucking videos on their shit, and talk shit massively. Let's go live on our shit. Let's go live right after and say how many of the dudes we were sitting there saying, hey, those were good picks. That was a good fucking deal. That was a good deal. See, we didn't have to wait for 2 fucking months or 3 months till the motherfuckers started playing good, because we already knew most of them were gonna play good when we drafted them, dude. But we're the crazy ones, right? We're the crazy fucking ones.
Hey,
but they ain't hit on shit. They ain't hit on shit.
A very big example was in the first round. Like, I was like the very first soul that spoke on like Christian Gonzalez, and then that's when months later I started to get pissed off because then everyone else started talking about Christian Gonzalez. I'm like, I'm the first dude that talked about this guy, and then I was only upset for 10 seconds right after we didn't draft him, and I was like, you know what? I still like this pick though, just because I didn't think Tyree Wilson was going to get drafted outside the top 5.
Yeah, I saw that. It wasn't until the injury that I'm like, yeah, we can get him. But I was high on Tyree before even. Remember back when I think it was ESPN or someone.
I've made multiple reports on my Instagram that if he was on the board at the same time as fucking Jalen Carter or fucking Tyree, that the Raiders would take Tyree Wilson. I even made the report before that if Tyreek and Jalen were on the board at the same time, the Raiders would take Tyreek.
And then that's the one thing. This is the one thing, like, how hypocritical our
I got fucking receipts, man. I got receipts. Go to Instagram, go look it up.
The Tyree Wilson versus Jalen Carter talk is like the prime example of how hypocritical our fan base is. Because what's the one thing, like, our fan base kept complaining is like how we keep picking these guys that don't know any better. They keep getting in trouble. They keep doing stupid stuff. And then we complain that we don't draft a guy who's in over a $40 million plus lawsuit because he was part of something that caused someone's death. And apparently even the Georgia staff members said that this guy is way too party driven. He gets a little cocky in the head. So I don't understand why everyone's complaining now when you were just complaining you don't want a player that's like that. It's like it's why we say on this panel.
Shit at the time of the draw.
It's why we say on this panel, like, we love the Raiders, but the only reason we hate the Raiders is because the fan base is bipolar as heck.
It is, because they're so bipolar, it's not even funny. To get on their side or their views or their fucking deal, you got to be bipolar as they are. You got to tell them today that fucking it's all about Devontae, and tomorrow it's all about Max, and then fucking, whatever big dudes, because that's the only news they're going to roll with, dude, and it's the only shit they even care. They've bagged on all our fucking players. They've talked shit on all of our fucking players. They've spoke Aiden ain't this, Aiden ain't that. Watch, he's gonna be it. Watch, he's gonna be it. Just like Tyree gonna be it. Just like fucking Mayer gonna be it. Just like Bennett gonna be it. Just like fucking Jade gonna fucking be it. We can name fucking multiple. We can't name those many in the whole tender of fucking. Well, I wouldn't say that, because you can say, well, no, because we're talking drafted players. So in the whole Mayock and Gruden time, couldn't even say that. Couldn't even say it. We say that in one fucking year of these motherfuckers. Like, that's the whole thing. I just think is
how crazy is it?
Are we doing Raiders content to get a person's view of a player, or are we doing Raiders content to talk about the motherfucking team and information? I'm talking about the team and information. I don't have no one's fucking poster on my wall that I'm sucking off or jerking off to every night. I have a woman. I have 3 fucking kids. Charles Woodson's my favorite player. He's over in my fucking den, and that's where they're gonna fucking stay, because that's where that shit is. And at the end of the day, I run my company the same way as that they run their organization. I'm not as rich as them. I don't have as many fucking billions of fucking dollars as them. But at the end of the day, we both do the same shit. We value people for the motherfucking talent that they bring to our fucking home or our place and bring to our fucking company and allow me to go do other shit or have my fucking freedom and things of those. That's how they do it. They put marks on players no more than I put a fucking mark on your salary or your fucking wages. It's the same fucking way. You don't come to my company and tell me what you're getting. You can ask me for what you can get paid, and when I talk to you, and if I see that you ain't worth $20 and I say you're worth 17, you can either take it or get the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck, because at the end of the day, that's my shit. That's my check gonna fucking cut it. And guess what? If you want to tell me how to do it, maybe you need to go to school first, get an education first, and then go get a business, run it successfully, then come tell me how to fucking do it. But then I'd have to work for you, which is never gonna fucking happen. So that's the thing is, how do people talk on those type of deals if they've never even seen that kind of money? What's the most money most people carry? $1,000? $1,000, right? Any guys out there that are talking on the franchise even got $1 million? Probably not. Probably not. Probably never even handled it. Probably don't even know how to handle it, let alone run it. So how can you speak on those factors if you've never possessed it? That's crazy as hell. And then to sit and say that, oh, I know the fucking contract because this is what Over the Cap says. Oh, that's fucking even more crazy. That's like, we are literally in a fucking loon ball fucking deal. Because last time I checked, not any of these guys went to college, got a master's degree in any type of accounting or socialist or any fucking deal, period, that would even put you in those categories, agricultural science, any fucking deal that puts you in accounting or any type of fucking numbers deal to talk on those type of bases. You wouldn't know the downfalls of what any in or outs are of any deal, but they'll speak on the motherfucker like they got so much valid information. I don't speak on that shit because I don't fucking know the whole fucking contract. I don't speak on injury because I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm not going to speak on someone's shit. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say just like I spoke on our channel every fucking time that Jimmy was brought up or Tyree was brought up. I said, the fucking doctor said literally that he would be back either first week of preseason, no later than the first week of the season. That's all I can say. I don't have a PhD. I'm not a doctor. I don't
that's
fucking
why
do that shit.
That's why, like, even for like a soft example, like, remember, like, that's where like I even had like gave credit to like these doctors. Sure, they weren't the doctors that evaluated the players, but they were still at a position to where they have jobs as people who evaluate sports players' injuries. And that's where like I made posts like, hey, these guys explain their injuries, like, and they made a timeline, like what's expected. Like even with Tyree Wilson, they just made one. We're like, hey, Tyree has a chance to just show up at any point right now. And then what's the first thing that happens? Floods of comments. Oh, Tyree's a bust. Why the heck did we get this guy? Yada, 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 yada. And then what happened the next day? And then the next day, what happened the next day? Tyree just shows up to camp.
Damn right. He shows up to camp and fucking damn near knocks the fucking thing over, right?
Facts. First one just drops down and fucking through that thing clean up in the fucking air.
And
but like, that's the point. That's
and
my
everyone
point.
else is like, oh my god, he's back. I'm like, well, didn't we just fucking say that shit like a week ago that that's pretty much what's going to happen?
Yeah, I get to the point where it gets more irritating than anything. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. It is so fucking annoying that there are days I sit there and think like, well, we're gonna go in here and talk, and we're gonna fucking debate motherfuckers that don't even know what the hell they're even talking about to begin with, and then imply to the team like they're running the motherfucker. You know, like I've always said, like, I know a lot about the players and the information because, like I say, I know people that are over there that can give me the information, dude. I don't usually try to speak on shit that are not. I spoke on numerous things way before any person. The OJ Howard deal. I spoke on numerous things over the last few years that were things just like that I hit on months before, right when they got them. So, like I said, that shit's valid as fuck. And I've said it. I hit on my shit way more than most motherfuckers, dude. Like I'm not perfect. I'm never gonna say I'm perfect, dude. But I hit on my shit a lot, and I hit on it months before other motherfuckers ever even thought of it. Because, like I said, I look at the scenario, I see how we're seeing it. I've said it, how they were gonna break the teams down, create it. People told me I was fucking crazy, dude. They said, "Oh, they'll never do that. Those players, they're better." Oh, you're fuck. I told them you're just fucking dick riding, dude. You put the fucking player before the shield. I told them this in last year in fucking weeks 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I mean, I spoke on it fucking for, 6 fucking weeks, 7 weeks before we ever even ended the season, dude. I mean, I advocated this multiple times. Now people get over here, fast forward a year later, they're like, "Oh my God, now look at how they're playing. Oh, you know what? Now that we took the time to look at the fucking team and then learn who the player are, oh, they did get depth." But 5 fucking months ago, when the conversation got brought up, none of them studied it, none of them knew it, and they all wanted to talk about it. It's a fucking joke, dude. Like, I'll debate any motherfucker in football, period, dude, especially in our fucking team. There's not any shy and any down of any fucking point of it, as long as we're debating the team on the motherfucking factual deal, not dick writing an individual's name. Like, you can't fucking do it and then tell people, "Hey man, I want to come over there and say, why? You're just going to sit and say the same shit over." That's all you're going to say, because in your mind, that's the only thing that's in there. In ours, we venture the whole team. Like, there ain't nobody over there talked about Jaden one time outside till he started doing something. We were talking about him when we drafted him. Talked about where he come from, how he would have probably had it, and then he showed up. Bam. Like, that's the things. People are saying Matthew Butler is going to be out, dude, and Matthew Butler over here whooping it in camp. Like, so many people's information is so horrible. It's just not even, I don't even get it. I don't even care. Like, I'm not here to intelligent myself. I can care less. You know what I mean? Like, I just get to the point. I feel like it's just.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what you're saying, though, like, in certain situations, you can only know if you've got an inside source. In other situations, you can only know if you do the damn research. Like,
yeah,
in some
and
cases,
other deals, they've got to say that they're just guessing.
I'm saying it now. I've been saying it since, like, fucking last year pretty much now, I guess, because, like, it's the tail end of the season when I knew we weren't going anywhere, and I started fucking doing, like, free agency and shit like that. I did 5 dudes at every position. I spoke on Jacorian. I spoke on Bennett. Not Bennett, Tucker. I spoke on fucking Wilson. I said I want Wilson over everybody else. So 3 players I hit on. And then on top of that, I've said months and months and months ago that this is probably Chandler's last year as a Raider, because we can get out of his contract next year. If you look at how the cap hit is, how the dead cap save, how much cap you can save, the mathematics of it, it's likely that if he doesn't perform this year, we move on next year, and Tyree replaces him. Like, it's fucking obvious if you look at who we drafted, and then you look at how his contract is structured, where they only have like a 3.6 dead cap on Chandler next year, and they can save like $17 million. So if he doesn't show up,
but they also have a void year on him, though. That the void year is what's gonna hit us.
Yeah.
Not about his dead cap or that. It's the void year. The void year is gonna. You'd actually want him to play well, so you can extend him, then move that money in the void money into the contract. That would be the smarter thing, because even if we don't take a good cap hit on him releasing him, we're still taking the void year. The only way we can get past that void year is, because we restructured to get money from him, is to get him to that year to extend them. That's the only way you can break it down into a signing bonus, go from, what is it, like 7 or 9 million, I think is what it is, 7 million.
I think they can do that next year, what you're saying. That's what I'm thinking they're going to do next year if he doesn't perform.
Yeah, if you can break it down and do it, you can do it. I'm just saying, like, you don't want to get to a point where that void year is going to pick up and be $9 million, so.
No,
and then not only that, you would take a dead cap hit on the void hit, so now it'd be twice the deal.
You know how they had like an out in Derek Carr's contract? They got a similar out in Chandler's contract where it's just 3.6 and that's it. Then he's off the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be 3.6 and then whatever his void year is. That's what I keep trying to say. That he has a void year in his contract because he has restructured his contract for the Raiders.
Let me double check.
So whatever the contract is after his last year, you should be able to just go to over the cap if it's in there, and then.
Yeah, I'm going to double check because that's what I thought it was. I thought we can get out of his contract after this year.
Oh, I'm not going to say you're caused, but you can't get away from money you borrowed. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't mean like, hey, I left my bank today, but I don't owe you the $10,000 I gave you. or you gave me. You know what I mean? Like you don't get to do that. If we get out of his contract for 3.6, it's the 3.6 million on the what he's owed that year. And then if you move off of him, any year under contract would be voided. But this isn't under contract. We borrowed money from him to restructure so we can put money in our pocket. Then that money got put over to void year to be able to
I say the void year is 2026. That looks like the void year because 2026 has.
It's going to be whatever the last year of his contract is.
No, it was 2026 because he's not. Yeah, 2026 or the 20. He signed to 27, but it's like his cap hit in 26 is 0. I mean, that's probably when the void year starts.
Yeah, it's going to be whatever we borrowed. I think we borrowed 7.5 or 9 million.
So if we moved on next year, it would still be like you probably pay 3.6 in 24, 3.6 in 25, and then I think nothing after that.
Yeah, I don't know how they do their like. If we cut him, his void year would probably take place the following year.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
he would no longer be on the team.
So you'd pay 3.6 and you paid 3.6 in 24, but save 17. Then the following year you'd pay another 3.6, but save another 17.
You pay 7.5.
You pay 7.5. Yeah, 7.5.
Yeah. 7.5. Yeah.
But you still save money either way if they decide to go down that route. It depends.
Yeah, because we borrowed 7.5, but we take a $2.5 million hit off of that money to begin with because we're borrowing it and then you get a penalty for borrowing it. If you borrow 7.5, we only got $5 million in return. And then you take a penalty, but then his money gets put over to a void year because in a non-contract year.
I get what you're saying.
And goes that way.
Because I studied a little bit of accounting, so I know what you mean.
Yeah. And then, like I said, the way it would take effect to what I know, and I don't know it 100%, but to what I know is it would carry over until the year he doesn't play, until he's no longer a Raider.
We probably have 2 years of dead cap after moving on, or 3 if you include the year we move on. Like so, 24 you'd have 3.6, and the following 2 years you'd have 3.6.
Yeah.
Each year.
Yeah, like I said, I mean,
but 3.6. If you look at the grand scheme of things, 3.6 is fuck all.
Oh fuck! If I'm willing to dump Jimmy for 2025, I fucking give a fuck about $3 million.
Exactly.
Like I said, dude, they wouldn't want me to be that motherfucking dude. If I knew that Aiden is the truth, dude, and I got Brady over there in my ear, like, hey, fucking Aiden looking nice, like,
oh, you bet your ass,
I'd be shitting out fucking Jimmy right out.
No, I'll put Jimmy in preseason right now and let him battle it out.
Hell yeah.
If he breaks his foot, it ain't my problem.
Hey, I tell the fucking old lineman, I'd say pay the old lineman $100,000, be like, just step on his foot, bro, fuck you. Just step back there, don't even worry.
Hey, I mean, do you know how it'd be great?
I don't know if I go that far.
Before the season starts,
hey, fuck, I'll push him. I'll push him over. I just walk by him. Ah, fucker.
Like, do you know how it'd be great if, like, before the season starts, you just get rid of Jimmy, you get all the money back on that contract, and then coincidentally, you get a certain defensive tackle on this team. I don't know, some guy that's in a contract dispute with, a divisional rival. I mean, like, give him all the money in the world since you just got it back.
Nah, fuck, I'd rather get a linebacker.
Hey, imagine if we just trade Jimmy back to the Niners.
It's like, hey, you guys need a quarterback. You can take Jimmy back.
They just have another. I mean, they did that before.
Back, dude. Watch us trade him to the Niners, man.
Hey,
Niners got sorry-ass quarterbacks right now. I bet you they'd love fucking Jimmy right now.
They literally done it. They did it before. Like, when they tried to replace him, Trey Lance no good. And they're like, hey, Jimmy, come back.
Yeah, I bet you they'd love him. I mean, you would have Aiden and Hoyer, so what would it matter? I would fucking do it in a second.
Chase Garbers could be the number 3.
Chase Garbers just go to the practice squad and develop.
No, I'm saying, because remember we have that rule because of the Niners, you got that rule where the third quarterback doesn't count against the 53.
Yeah.
Because Niners don't know how to freaking keep their players healthy.
I'd be like, fuck that. I keep Aiden and Chase as the 1 and 2 and put fucking Hoyer as the third guy that doesn't count towards the fucking 53.
I've said, dude, like, if it was me, I would move on from fucking. I'd move on from Hoyer.
I'd go like full youth movement, if you know what I mean. Because I want to see what I got in my
Dude,
quarterbacks.
that's the way I think, dude. Go full youth. Salute, Al. Go full youth.
Salute,
Full
fellas.
youth, and then throw a few veterans like Marcus Peters in there and shit, dude. Devontae,
Yeah,
Marcus
I meant
Peters,
like a
just a
quarterback
few guys
particularly,
around, you know.
Because the way I would see it is coming up into end of this year, the 2024 draft is going to have a whole fucking shitload of quarterbacks in it. So I'd want to know what I got in my quarterback room. So I'd be like, fuck it, let Chase and Aiden compete. But like whoever wins is number one, whoever doesn't win is number two. Fucking Hoyer at number three, and let's go, and let's see what happens for the season. And then if Aiden falls flat on his face, we just go and draft a high round quarterback in the 2024 draft. If he plays well, we keep him. We still draft another quarterback anyway to compete, whether it's like round 2 or 3 or whatever. Get a defensive player in round 1, and let's go. And then we have our future starter and our future backup, and it's all fucking like, you know, they're all on rookie contracts, and our quarterback room is cheap as fuck. That way we can spend money on defense and other stuff.
I mean, fuck, if we did that, dude, and just say develop that Aiden didn't even develop to full potential, and was just, I guess better than average where he's at, we would still have a better fucking team if we were able to take fucking 20 plus or 30 plus $1 million. Dude, look, if Jimmy goes off and Jacobs goes off, that's $25 million.
I mean,
that's
most
fucking
teams,
$35 million. Like, holy shit.
Not just that. I mean, if you look at other, like, say we get a quarterback that's like, say, half as good as a Patrick Mahomes on a rookie deal, that's still better because Mahomes is getting like 60 fucking million, and we would only be paying Aiden like what, 4 million or some shit on a rookie deal.
I think if you have a more consistent all-around team, you don't need to have.
Yeah, that's the Niners have
You don't have to. I've always said the Patriots. I don't understand why people don't look at the Patriots more often. Like, the things I don't understand is that they're the only teams that really beat the Patriots were by luck, for one, pure fucking luck ass catch, dude. Fucking, and another deal in the time for most definite.
One second, I'll be back in a second.
But outside of it, dude, they've always had great they've had good ass teams that beat great ass teams, dude, and they've never went out and got fucking big names. They've not any time, not even when they went to the Super Bowl and beat those big name teams and beat the shit out of them, dude. Like, that's the kind of shit I'm not understanding, how people just look right past that. They're just literally looking right past it. Like, nope, you have to have every superstar. You have to have every deal. They didn't have any. They developed them in time as they went on, and then they shipped their ass off, dude. But that's pretty much, outside of like Gronk, Edelman, fucking Amendola, in the earlier times, fucking Logan Makings, dude, like Tom Brady, Courtney or Devin McCourtney, dude. Like, there hasn't really been anybody, and that's been for 25 years, 23 years. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy as fuck. It named like 10 dudes over a 23-year span. Like, yeah, that's why I just
when you even look at it, like, the only time like the Patriots ever had a problem in the playoffs, if we specifically AFC, not the Super Bowl, it's usually when they win against a defensive team like the Ravens.
Yeah, and then what did they do? 3 backs, 14, 16, 18? They won the Super Bowls. That's why I just think fucking we haven't even fucking seen one since 2002. We ain't seen one for years before then. So, I mean, and then we're going to tell them that they don't know what they're doing and we do. Like, yeah, all right, sure. But what do you think, Al? You got something you want to say or speak on a topic? You got something you want to bring up? Or?
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think it's it's an interesting conversation. I mean, definitely, like, this regime, you study the track record, you study the tree where it comes from. I mean, it's success written all over it, right? Lots of Super Bowls, lots of conference championships, really good draft classes, etc. I think for me, what it comes down to is I think Ziegler did his job in the draft, and he's done his job in free agency for the most part. I think he's had some misses, but hey, no one bats 1,000. I think for me, it's really the pressure now is on McDaniels this season to really close out the games, because I think last season We were competitive. We were in pretty much every game with the exception of that Saints game. And, you know, I think, what was it, like 9 or so, like 1-score losses, something like that. You guys can keep me honest on that.
I think it was 7. I think
7. Oh yeah, 7.
No, it
one-score
was
losses.
a higher number that we had higher number that so the way it look, it's 1 score or less, and then one is rated higher, and then one is less. So it's like 9 and 7, I think, is how they look at it. And it can, I don't know the exact way, but I know that we lost more games than just 7. It was 9, if I recall. The way they're categorizing is by either double or 1+ score lead.
I think
You know what I mean?
I think the 1-score losses was 7, but we lost.
Yeah.
But we lost a couple more that was by just over 7. Like, it wasn't much.
Exactly.
It was like 2 scores. It was like 2 scores.
Yeah, I don't know how to word it to the exact way, but that's exactly what it is, because there's more than that. But when I see him come out here in the preseason and 34-7 these motherfuckers, where he didn't even have any games like that, period.
Yeah,
I think he's more a statement than that shit. Like, he's probably more like, oh, I can't close out a game, motherfucker.
Yeah, I think one of our biggest losses was the Chargers week 1, and then the Chiefs at the end of the season or something.
Hell, I would just like to go back and look at all the games that they didn't close out, and then I'd like to bring up the roster on that game, and then I'd like to show the injury.
I guarantee most of them is. I guarantee most.
I mean, we're talking on games where we were lucky.
Linebackers and guys.
Yeah, exactly. We're talking on games that we were lucky enough that the offense was even not able to get up there, but the defense was so fucking depleted. There was no way they were going to stop it to begin with.
People forget that, like, going into the season, Fackrell, like, our starting linebackers were out. Like, Fackrell was out.
Kaiser, Fackrell, and they were all balling out in the preseason.
They were out, and then they got injured. So Fackrell got injured, Kaiser got injured, and then Jayon Brown went out early and wasn't playing that well. And then Divine Diablo got injured. So 4 of our starting linebackers were out.
Corners fucking got fucked up, dude.
Yeah,
fucking.
Hobbs got
we had everybody. Everybody.
He was wearing a cast most of the season after when he came back. Like,
I mean, for Josh to go up into Kansas City, like, these are the things that I look at. And John Gruden's tender at any given point, no matter the players or not, he never been up 17-0 on the Chiefs fucking in their house to start the game. It was fucking 9:23. It was 9:23 in the second quarter when the Chiefs finally started making push down.
Exactly.
Josh Sims dominated that motherfucker in the whole first quarter and if Graham's defense didn't allow 17 motherfucking points back up, we would have fucking beat the shit out of them Chiefs, dude. It was 29-30.
Yeah, and I don't even,
we went for 2 points that we would have beat their ass.
Yeah, I said this at the time. I don't blame Graham for that.
The Rams game, the Cardinals game. I mean, fuck, I can go down the list that the defense fucking didn't just fuck.
Oh, I agree, but what I'm saying is I don't put it all on Graham. I say it's the personnel. Like, he didn't have all these pieces for the defense yet.
I mean, bro, you had like 7 UDFAs starting.
Yeah, he had like 7 UDFAs. He had no linebackers really, other than UDFAs and shit.
But the thing is, though,
corner depth.
The thing is, though, Ozzy, I gotta blame Graham on some of those calls that he made last season, because some of those calls, they were just head scratchers. Like, you can't call press man against the Rams when they had to march down the field 90+ yards. Like, you can't do that, dude. Like, there's just some calls
that was intentional. We lost that game intentionally.
You can't put Cleveland Farrell playing nickel corner in the first Chiefs game. Like, you can't do that. So, like, I gotta call him out. I gotta keep him honest.
I don't know. Why wouldn't you? Hold on. Why wouldn't they do that? Because you do know who seeked out fucking Patrick and destroyed him, right? You do know who did that. It was fucking Cleve, spying the QB. So I don't know why anybody would say that wouldn't work. It's already showed success. It already showed success and beat up on fucking Patrick. He sacked his ass on the outside, dude. He closed him down.
No, so I think in the specific plays that I'm thinking about the snaps where Cleveland lined up, if you guys remember, to guard Kelsey, like in the slot.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one.
And I think they put him on there as like a big body to try to jam him up in the line of scrimmage, but it was going to work, right? Like, Cleveland Farrell doesn't have the agility or the
He
speed
didn't
to
run
keep up with
for step with him. There's no way. There's no
Yeah, there's
way.
no way you could do that. So like that's what
No,
I'm saying.
like in that play, he did not run after him. He probably was a blocker for the spy. Like I couldn't see him just like somebody else was probably picking up. Did he run foot for foot with them?
I don't remember. I can't honestly say. We'd have to like bring back the tape. So
Yeah, I would say more like if I'm just thinking of the play in my head, how I would do it is if he was in the you said he was in the nickel slot corner, and if he was over Kelsey, he would be used as a block. Yeah, he would be used as a block, and then he would set back in the QB spy to maintain fucking him from getting to the outside. That's exactly what he would do. There's no way they would set him up. I mean, Kelsey got to be faster and Clee in a foot race. I mean, I couldn't see that being. I know he had to block off him. I guarantee he blocked off him to slow him down. Probably like a chip or something on the defense. Like, if he ran foot for foot, that's the stupidest shit ever. I'll just be honest as hell. He probably smoked in the first 5 yards, dude. Like, literally. Probably like 3. Kelsey get up off his ass real fast. So I think what you'd want to do in that deal is Kelsey coming up, team thinking, and then just pow, because you can hit him within the 5 yards. Get Kelsey off his fucking deal to run up and out, and then move over.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe to bump him off his route, because you can bump in the first 5 yards, right?
And then he would just sit back and lurk the QB, because that's all he. I mean, Clee would not be a coverage linebacker at any means. I've never even seen him in coverage, to be honest.
He never did that at Clemson either.
Yeah, exactly. He played DTDN in Clemson with Christian Wilkerson.
And he played some outside linebacker here and there, but not really. No, and that was mostly only in the run game, though.
Yeah, but that's what I was just gonna say. The run and getting after the quarterback, like just because a guy lines up out there, didn't mean like he dropped into coverage.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Hell no.
He didn't pull off and be like, all right, and I do remember him actually doing it one time. I do remember that actually now.
The only thing he's good at
we usually like that.
The only thing he was good at with that is because he can get back and batter down passes sometimes, if you know what I mean. But he's not going to cover anybody. It's only if you can get him in the right spot so that when the quarterback releases the ball, he can vertical jump it up and smack it down. Like, you know what I mean? He's not going to. He's not going to cover nobody. Though.
You want to speak up on your topics? You sent me topics, didn't you? Your freaking tight end topic, Al. Al, you hear me?
I'll share the other screen again too because we didn't finish that off yet.
What was it?
We didn't finish off the 53-man roster.
Yeah, I just think freaking, like I said, I think our team, when we look at our team as a whole, like from where we were last year in like a lot of those games, like the thing with those games, man, it's hella tough because like I don't disagree on dude, believe me, you can watch our lives. I most definitely was ranting like motherfucker on those calls, how Graham played off. I mean, everybody on this panel knows. I mean, I was fucking pissed, but the thing is like, I know why they were doing it. I said it the second that they benched Carr. It wasn't about the money. That was an excuse. It was about the win, dude. They wanted Stenham to go out and show competitiveness, but it was going to be the Patriots all over again. We weren't intended to win the Patriot game. Just Jacoby's dumbass threw the ball to fucking Chandler like a dipshit and thought that Matt Jones was going to fucking tackle him, and he put him face in the dirt, dude. Like, that's just fluke shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can't we were not meant to win that game, dude. And to sit there and say, like,
guys, sorry, I stepped away. Not sure if you guys touched on the topic. I had to step away for a while. Go ahead.
I was going to say if you wanted to talk on your tight end depth chart.
Oh, yeah. Real quick on that. Yeah, so, we obviously saw Cole Fotheringham, which is probably like the best last name ever. I switched my last name to Fotheringham. Dude had like a pretty good like initial preseason game. Obviously it was just preseason.
5 recs for 71.
Yeah, for like 71. I thought he looked pretty good, not just in receiving but also in blocking, and it's actually an eye-opener in terms of, because I was like scratching my head. I don't know if you guys were when OJ Howard got cut, I was like, "Fuck, this guy couldn't even beat out Fotheringham, like fucking former first round pick."
I
and
mean,
he
it
couldn't
kind of
beat out
showed
Fotheringham.
why.
And it showed why, right? In the preseason game.
Yeah, but was it really that? Because why did we go look after all those tight ends afterwards then? You know, like we literally brought in. So after we cut him, after we cut him, I think it was one. It was one and one.
And your
One interview we had fucking.
There's an echo.
Oh my bad.
Got it.
Is it off?
Testing. Yeah, it's off.
We had a tryout, and we had fuck, man, I gotta find it. I'm gonna show you. We had like fucking 4 tight ends.
Yeah,
Then
wasn't that
didn't
before we signed Schenker?
signed fucking what's his name? Right
Oh,
after it.
Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel Schenker. Hang on. It was
It's the other guy too.
John Samuel Schenker.
Yeah, and the other guy with the H, dude. Fucking
Hollister.
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 No, Horsted's the other guy. Yeah.
No, Hollister. The Horsted was here.
Jacob Hollister.
Yeah, Hollister. That's right.
Yeah.
Jacob
So look,
Hollister.
it said right here, tryouts, tight end Nick fucking Grumanos, or however you would say his fucking name. Tight end Dakota Allen. Tight end Marcus Ball. Wide receiver Sage Surratt. So that's all I was saying is that if they felt like it was that our tight ends were so good, why did they bring in 3 tight ends right afterwards? So something tells me is that they're still looking. There had to be something wrong with
you know what I think it was?
I mean, come on, dude. You got that dude that you just said, that Schenker dude. Nobody knows who the fuck that dude is. Why in the fuck wouldn't you just cut him? OJ Howard was a #1 fucking first round pick not even long ago. This fucking guy over here, nobody even knows who the fuck he is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't
I
understand.
think Howard must have an injury. That's what I think it is. I was just going to say, I think Howard must have had some kind of minor injury.
I think so, yeah. So I was going to say that exact same thing. I think he might have been banged up a little bit. And I also think for as high and excited as we are about Michael Mayer, I also think that the coaching staff, after doing the one-on-one drills against Crosby and some of the other guys, and Mayer getting cooked on some of those drills, they're probably thinking, hey, this is going to be a learning year, which is understandable, right? He's a rookie. He's learning the scheme. He's playing against NFL-level talent. He's probably going to need a year of seasoning before he's out there, and we make him tight end 1. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I can also see how Fotheringham might be a better blocker just because of like the college production at blocking. I mean, Fotheringham was primarily a run blocker most of his college career.
I mean, you brought it up before the
2 days before this game. Yeah,
you said, me and you were talking, and you said it on the deal about how you thought that he could be the Hernandez to the Gronk fucking type deal.
Yeah,
and that's how you felt like he was.
That's what I still believe. I just think it's going to take. It's not going to be this year, but 2-3 years from now.
You got to season them. You got to marinate that shit.
You got to marinate.
But this is the other thing too, though. So look, this is the other thing too. One, it's not like he wasn't on the team before, right? So he was here a year ago. He was here with Derek Carr as the fucking quarterback. How come Derek Carr didn't make him shine like fucking Aiden did? How come Derek Carr didn't use him or get after him? Hey, go watch tape on this dude in college. This guy got after it in college, so it's not
like he couldn't
get after it. So all I'm saying is how come with Derek Carr here and him being there, he never was anything? I mean,
I think it's because of who we had on the roster at the time. No, he was on our practice squad the whole time.
Yeah, on the practice squad. Yeah, so I mean, that's all I'm saying. Aiden comes out in his first fucking game there with nothing but backups, Wilkerson of all dudes, and fucking Fotheringham, and these guys just go out and look like they're fucking next level players. Like Wilkerson gonna probably get picked up, dude, and go on someone's fucking team. And then that's saying over Sims. That's saying over Sims, Cole, all these other dudes. Like Cole had 2 good plays in the game. Wilkerson was showcased in the game. You know what I mean? Like they showcased Wilkerson.
They did the same
Yeah,
with
they did.
Fotheringham too, because that's what I think with Fotheringham is I think it took him like a year because he was a UDFA out of Utah, so I think it took him a year to get up to like NFL speed and to also learn the playbook and whatever. And that's why, and probably with having like the best O-line coach in the NFL in Basilio, teaching him like improving his blocking even more than what he had in college. I think that's what made the difference. Like why he's looking better this year.
Yeah,
no,
but
I think that's a good point.
In his blocking, I mean, I more was focused on his catching. How he broke off, ran up the yard, 15 yards, fucking over the top dude, fucking gets the ball right on him, dude.
Well, he did that in college too. Like you saw him
that's good.
Where
you gotta be even since this is the tight end position, not the receiving position.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I think that's why he makes a roster because you can do both, and I think that's what McDaniels wants. I mean, if you look at Michael Mayer, it's the same deal, receiving and blocking.
Any guy that can do both has more value on the team by far.
Yeah, and I think that's why
I will say though,
like say next year, like 2024, I can see it being like Mayer if Fotheringham keeps like projecting upwards like he is now. In 2024, I can see it being like Michael Mayer is tight end 1 and Fotheringham is tight end 2.
But check this out, guys. So I do see the value, of course, like having versatile players, versatile tight ends who can block and receive are much more valuable than one-dimensional tight ends.
Yeah.
But I go back. You guys remember when we had like Lee Smith? He was just like a run blocking like mauler. Yeah, he was basically like an offensive tackle playing tight end. I think it's valuable to have a guy like that in some fucking obvious running situations when you just need to get that extra yard, extra 2 yards. Like how many times over the past 2-3 years we were at like 4th and 1 and we couldn't convert. You know, like that would always be like a head scratcher for me. Obviously, we had a quarterback that wasn't necessarily the best at quarterback sneaks, and I recognize that. But having that specialist blocking tight end, I think that's also really valuable.
But it wouldn't hurt to have that guy. So, what top 5 tight end in the league is that guy? Who is it? What's his name?
Yeah, he's not. He's more of like
what top 10? What top 10 corner or tight end is? I mean, what's the guy's name? I'd like to know because that's not the guys in the NFL. The guys in the NFL that are all in the top 5 are all guys that can run and catch the ball and block. They're all catch and block players or catch. Or just catch.
Kittle's
Kittles, Andrews, fucking Pitts is a catch. Fucking, I mean, you can even go to fucking, oh my God, why am I drawing a blank? Fucking,
talking about Waller?
No, Goddard, Goddard. Then you can even look at Waller. I mean, there's multiple out there, dude, that are more favored in the past. There's not one that I can sit and say. There's not one that I can sit and say, damn, that dude's in the top 5 or 10 because of his run block alone.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
So I agree. Just to respond to that real quick, Ozzy. Just to respond to that one real quick. No, like absolutely, like a run blocking specialist or a blocking tight end specialist is not going to be a top 10 tight end in the league. What I was thinking of more is like your 3rd, 4th tight end in the depth chart. Some guy who could double up as like a special teams guy. Some guy who could be like that blocking specialist for us. There is, I think, value in that.
Yeah, but see, this is where I think Josh is smarter. So, look, I get what you're saying. Like, I 100% get what you're saying, but I don't think that's for Josh McDaniels' system because Josh McDaniels already has a play scheme in play in his playbook, which is called the jumbo tight end position that brings in another offensive lineman onto the line. You're not going to get much better in that at blocking than the offensive lineman. So outside of that, the offensive lineman would super exceed the tight end at that point.
See, that's why I want to interject because that's not exactly what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he wants tight ends that can do both. because then that way you can do stuff where you can do like you can make the tight end look like they're gonna block, but then they run like an out route in the end zone or some shit.
That's what I said the whole time because that's what
Yeah.
you would do.
Yeah,
'Cause those
so
are
that-
the most leading.
And I think Fotheringham
and that's all I'm saying is if you're gonna run at a guy and you're down in the goal line,
yeah,
and you
so you can make it
sit
look
and
like
say,
a run
like,
play, but it's not.
they're gonna put in the big guy. They don't give a fuck if you know they're gonna run. They're gonna say we're better than you. We're gonna run your ass over. Like that's
Yeah, but what
they're
I'm
gonna
saying
do.
is, if you put a tight end in there, you can make it look like you're gonna still run the ball, but then you don't. Like you can keep the defense guessing how they're gonna run or they're gonna pass. Like,
But you know what? You know what's great, guys, is when teams know that you're gonna run and you still run it down their throats.
Hell yeah.
That's a great fucking feeling, dude.
That's
a
fact.
great when
I
you're
don't
putting
disagree.
when you're putting a lot of beef on the right side, so you add that extra, offensive lineman and just run that bitch right to the right behind that extra guy. That's a great feeling.
They did
And
that
we're
with
gonna get
Mumford.
that
They
extra
did that with
yard.
Mumford last year, where they had him as eligible
Right.
tight end.
Oh God, you know how many times I had to hear the
Eligible
Raptors
tight
players
end
say-
number. Yeah.
I was like, I get. Why do we have to know? It was so annoying how many times they said that.
Yeah, it's like every time Mumford would come in,
It was like, why not
eligible
just
tight end
announce
number
why-
77?
Why not just announce what the play is at this point?
Yeah, exactly. It's like fucking. Yeah.
So do you guys think Mayer and Hooper are like splitting snaps? Do you think?
Yeah, I think at the moment in camp they are, but we'll wait and see as far as like the actual regular season goes.
I mean, I'll put $1,000 on it that they're splitting snaps for the year. I mean, there's no way, dude. Like, I mean, hey, whatever. I guess there could be crazier shit. I mean, there's
I'm
no
just
way
saying,
they're just
it'd
gonna
be
go out
close
there and
either
be
way.
like,
It could be like-
hey, Mayor, you've never played in the NFL
Could be-
against no motherfucker, but we're just not gonna sign or have Hooper that's been pretty good over the last few years and probably
what I'm
pretty
saying, it
great.
could be-
And it,
It could be 40-30 in favor of Hooper in the beginning, and then the other,
Yeah, it might be that
whatever
way.
goes to go. And then
I think they're gonna
40
flex.
for Hooper, and then the rest goes to Fotheringham or whatever.
like, yeah,
I
I,
mean,
think they're
Hooper-
gonna split the carries all year.
I mean, Hooper
Yeah.
has like a history of getting banged up too, right? Like he gets
Yeah,
banged
exactly.
up too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I think they'll run the carries the same all year until one or the other gets hurt, and then that's when you'll have someone clearly take over.
Yeah.
And not just that, I think that's why I'm saying they're going to have one and third tight end that can block and receive, because
Yeah.
they might need them to move up to number 2, which I think Fotheringham can do that. If you say like, all right, say you start the weeks 1 to 8, it's like Hooper, Mayer, Fotheringham, and then week 8, fucking Hooper gets injured, fucking Mayer moves up to number 1 spot, and then Fotheringham moves up to number 2 spot.
So we
I
all
mean,
think.
it's every bit possible.
So we all think that Fotheringham makes the team.
Yeah, I've had him penciled in as
I
tight
think-
end 3
I
before
think
last
he
week's
has
game.
that. I think he has that potential because then let's not also forget he outplayed the other tight ends that was there.
True.
He wasn't listed as tight end 1 that game. It was actually Hollister that was tight end 1 that game. They took Hollister out because Fotheringham was just killing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts, and then the thing I would say is what has Hollister ever done in the NFL anyways to just super exceed Fotheringham to say that he's guaranteed a spot on the team either?
Yeah,
Like, he's never
'cause
done
Hollister's
shit.
like
He
he's
ain't
a
never
journeyman
done
tight end.
shit.
Yeah.
He ain't done
Hollister-
nothing. He got like, what, 190 yards or something? You know, he ain't done fucking nothing, man. Like,
Yeah,
that's all I'm
Horsted-
saying.
I think Hollister's got more stats than Horsted. I could be wrong. But
Oh,
know
I
Horsted's
think by a
fucking-
mile. I think blocking, catching, dude, like that dude showed a lot, dude. And look, hey, one game is one game. It's the beginning of the season, a lot of competition. We've been up against Niners, like, so they've probably already been getting the grind in a little bit. So, but I mean, if they do this week in and week out for the next 2 weeks, dude, I mean, how are you gonna dispute they're not good? It's just like Willis, dude. Like, Willis popping up over here. All right, that's good. You get in the game, dude. Matt Kuntz is over here, got pressures. You're getting put on your pressures. Like, I'm not going to discredit it, but the thing I keep saying is how long are you going to carry it? That's where it really matters. Are you here for one game or fucking 10 games? You know what I mean? So that's how I feel is how long are you carrying it?
Shit, Ozzy just dipped.
Hey, fuck, earlier
love
you
it.
did press the wrong shit. The same
Maybe
thing.
he got abducted or some shit. I was also
Yeah.
gonna,
He's
I
all,
was also gonna say that.
ah.
What'd you say?
I said, here he is.
Oh, No, dude, I was also gonna say.
Sorry, man, my bad. My mouse keeps turning off, and I went to click it back on, and every time I click it back on, it shuts down.
I told him. I said that it happened earlier.
Back in a sec.
We thought you got abducted, Ozzy, by these aliens. You know, the congressional hearings pretty much confirmed it. So
wait.
He's probably closer to him than we are. He's in Australia.
Yeah, Ozzy, don't
That's
you
true.
live in
Them
Australia?
motherfuckers flying.
He didn't
No,
get
they won't even
abducted.
report that
He
shit in
lives.
his country.
He lives in the alien world.
That's what
He
I'm
lives in
saying.
Australia.
Motherfuckers are walking his streets over there for real.
aliens down under.
They don't call them third world countries for no reason. No, I'm just kidding. I know it ain't, but I just say.
Australia's legit, dude. Come on.
I know. I'm just saying, but motherfucking out there, hell, you can't even have. They're so strict over there. You can't even have airsoft guns without registering them and shit, dude. Bringing them into their country. Period.
10-10.
Like they're pretty fucking strict on their gun rules there. Period.
Yeah, Australians are built different.
Yeah, fight. I mean, fuck. That's why I thought I always should. That's why I'm Irish, so I already know that part. But I've always said like fucking Australians, they're tough too as fuck, man.
You're Irish, doesn't
shit? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. Fucking Italian Irish.
There you go.
That's
Are
a
you
nice
closer to the Italian
that's
side
a nice
or
combination.
the Irish side?
Probably in both, and then probably got Mexican too in me. Fucking something else. Fucking knows. Fucking my mom. I don't even know what my mom fully is, dude. I mean, she's probably Mexican, Indian, fucking white. Well, I mean, she's got to be Italian, Irish, because that's her frickin' dad. You know, so.
Yonder says he's 3% Irish.
3%. Nice.
Shit, dude. That's a pretty small percentage.
I'd like to take my frickin' what's that
the
shit?
23andMe? The 23andMe?
The what's
Ancestry?
it called?
Ancestry?
Yeah, the fucking see
The
like
DNA
what my ancestry shit, dude, taking on this show just to be like, what the hell is, you know? I don't even fucking know 100%. They could be fucking lying to me. I can be straight mutt dog from fucking Egypt or so. I don't fucking know, you know. So
yeah, my family's basically like
fucking idea.
My family's basically like Sicilian, but I grew up in like the Mexican Caribbean culture.
Yeah, I mean that. Fuck yeah, I grew up in the streets. So what fucking race is that? You know what I mean? I'm fucking. My race is the streets. That's what I am. Fucking. It could be white today, black tomorrow, Mexican. I mean, I fucking hang out with all of them. So I mean, I don't know what to fucking say. You know.
Just check the box other, dude, and write streets.
Yeah, that's what I always.
That should literally be an ethnicity.
Just write gutter in there.
England, 25% Scott.
Bro, I remember they did this like social experiment where they had there were 6 dudes.
We're probably England. I'm probably England too. Oh,
there was these 6 dudes. 5 of them was black, and 1 of them wasn't yet, and they were all blindfolded, and they had to like figure out which one isn't black. And the dude that wasn't, he still won in the end and won money for it. And the reason why was because when they were hearing his story and hearing his voice, he just sounded like another, what they would stereotypically call a black guy. But no, it's just because he was raised by black people in the streets.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell straight up fucking hillbilly ghetto tweaker motherfucker. You can blindfold me. I'll pick those fuckers out like no tomorrow. They just have a way. Period. Like I said, I can be blind and know, dude. Like. That fucking dudes stand out like a sore thumb. The way they pace, the way they fidget, the way that they fucking talk or breathe, dude. I don't even need vision. I don't need vision to fucking sense it. And then not only that, grammar. It's grammar. The grammar, where they're from, things of those factors too come into it massively.
You don't even have to hear them. You just got to smell them.
Yeah, fucking half the case. But no, like just grammar alone, the way people use grammar, text, their voice, the way it carries, you can tell right away.
The diction, the inflection of the words, the tone, all that matters. Yeah.
How long each of the words are.
I mean, you can bring a dude in here from Brooklyn right now, dude, and there is no fucking distinct that you would know where the fuck he was from just by the way he talks, dude. Like
Dude,
instantly.
just think about, like Al Davis, like that dude was straight up Brooklyn, like just the way he talked.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Brooklyn, New
straight
York, places like those. You can just tell. You can tell not only where they're from, but who they are too. Like what race, ethnicity, whatever you want to say. It fucking. You can tell instantly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the way that,
I guess I can do it pretty well just because I've been around so many in my life. I mean, I think I'm a really good people person. I think that's why I either like you or just don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like I'm just weird, but it is what it is.
Yeah, even the way that Al used to say the word Raiders, dude, it was so unique. It was really, really unique.
Raiders.
Yeah, it was really. It was almost as if the.
I can't
It was
even
almost
do
as
it.
if the. It was almost as if the E at the end was like an A, kind of.
John Gruden tried to do it all the time.
Yeah, he tried to do it. Yeah.
The Raiders.
Yeah. Raiders.
Hey guys, I gotta take a call real quick. If you guys are still on, probably hop back on later. If not, I'll be on the chat.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop off here soon. My woman keeps messaging. I gotta get up at 4, so I probably won't be here much longer. So.
All right, dude. I'll try to listen to you guys. All right, peace.
Hell yeah, we'll be back Monday, man. Hop on Monday. We'll fucking go from there.
Awesome.
Talk about the game, shit like that. So.
Sounds good, man. All right, peace out, Sets. Peace out.
All right, man. Have a good
Peace.
night. I don't know. I was gonna literally say if you guys don't have anything else to talk about, we can hop off here, frickin'.
Well, all my topics are good, and if that's everything, if we're good.
Yeah, and we got the game coming up anyways, dude. When is it? Tomorrow or Sunday? Sunday.
It's tomorrow. If I remember correctly, it starts at.
Fuck. Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, it's tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Oh yeah. 6. It's 6 p.m.
6
our
p.m.
my time.
Yeah.
6 my time, 9 your time. Yeah, I forgot. I fucking got a post for it. No, fucking dumbass. I swear sometimes. Yep, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Fucking in the motherfucking Coliseum. No, they're not there no more, huh? I fucking forgot that shit, huh? They're in the fucking, their new stadium. All right, either way, freaking, we'll have more to talk about on Monday, dude. We'll have the game, everything like that. So, outside of that, man, like I always say, appreciate all you guys showing up, always being here, freaking spending time with us, especially on a Friday night, dude. Freaking listen to the ranting, the bullshit, the football, life, period. So, outside of it, I always say, man, especially on Fridays, don't drink and drive. You're not going to fucking kill you. You're going to kill somebody else, man. I always say, fucking call it Uber, drink, or sleep it off, fucking. Just like I say, don't drink and drive, man. Fucking, you're your own person, but it doesn't give you the right to take someone else's family away from them either. So outside of that, hope you guys have a great night. Stay safe. If you guys have anything you want to say, frickin' say it, and then we'll bounce out of here.
Yeah, just have a good night, everyone. Get ready for the game tomorrow. Even though it's preseason, it's very important to know about our personnel. Like for me personally, it's not about like a team win. I'm just more focused on individuals, how each position is doing. Because then if each position is doing good, and that lets me know that the team's going to do good.
Oh, getting off, what do you think score is? What do you think score will be?
20 Raiders win 24-20.
I think we win 27-17.
All right.
27. Man, I want to say like 24. 24-17 would probably be more realistic. I'm going to just say 27. 3, 4. Yep, 27-17. That's fine. Outside of that, frickin', do you have anything else you want to say or no?
No, I'm good.
All right, man. Appreciate you always showing up, man. So hope you have a safe weekend, dude. Have a good deal. We'll probably watch the game in the Discord, so I hope to be in there. Outside of that, everybody stay safe, man. We'll catch you on the next, man. Ozzy, you there or no? All right, peace out. Everybody have a good weekend.
The king and his men stole the queen from her bed, bound her and her bone. The seas be ours, and by the powers where we